Okay, here we are again. We'll let the intro play out, let people filter in for a little bit, and then we'll get started. Takes a little adjusting to get used to a new pillow that I have behind my back with this one's memory foam. So ideally, it'll be better for my posture. We'll see how that goes. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're just watching through the intro again, as usual. Let people filter in. We'll get started in a few minutes. Yeah, it's going good so far. Hopefully it's going well for you as well. At home resting up to get over this cold you got from your sister. Uh-oh, that's no good. Yeah, rest up, Conker. Take some zinc, take some vitamin C, take some vitamin D. The zinc and vitamin D take with food because they're fat soluble, so definitely don't just take them with water, because that will not be fun. But yeah, get yourself better. That's the important part. So let's leave this here. We'll wait about another minute or two. We'll let people filter in. And then we'll get started. So maybe I'll wait out the background music one more loop after this one's done, and then we'll go. Okay, and here we go. Now, as I'm sure you might know at this point, the world at the moment is not in imminent peril, so that does not make this the best time to go do side quests. But I'd like to ask you, the people of my audience, is there ever a bad time to do side quests? My answer is no. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness, the stream edition. Last time, we completed our little jaunt in the Cypher Lab, and took care of our first Cipher Administrator, Lavrina. We also unlocked the full potential of the Purify Chamber, and by that I mean not the full potential at all, because we only have one set with full tempo. But we have Pokemon that are purified, we have Pokemon that are inside of the chamber, and we're going to keep Nummel in our party, because why the hell not? She's got, I think, actually. Only about half the bar to go, so by the time the other two are done, they should be not too far off. And today, we've been given the task of going to Pyrite Town to chat up, didn't know the gender off the top of my head. We've been given the task going to Pyrite Town to check out the data ROM that we got in the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And we're going to go do that, but the first thing we're going to do before we do that is we're going to go do Area 2 of Mount Battle, because the Pokemon that are there are, like, definitely a lower level than what we have at the moment, so it's probably for the best we take care of that now while the experience is still halfway decent, rather than waiting until later when the experience is no good anymore. So that's what we're going to go do first. Hey, Dark Triforce, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Like I said, we're heading off to Mount Battle, do Area 2, before we head to Pyrite Town. But welcome to this stream through as we go into Mount Battle for our second area. So, am I going to keep Sfeel? Probably not, no. I have the full team already planned, and Sfeel is not planned to be a final team member. It's just tough to keep it in the team with its ice typing as its secondary typing. It makes my team too weak to rock type moves. At least the team that I'd like to use in the end game. So no, probably not going to keep it, but going to use it temporarily for a little while anyway. So, because I don't have a halfway decent water type until later. So, quite a bit later, actually, now that I think about it. So, yeah. Area 3, I can go all the way to Area 3? I haven't even cleared Area 2 yet. What are you doing, lady? Yes, I'd like to start from Area 2. If we went to Area 3 at this point, we would get destroyed. So, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, no problem, Dark Triforce. Not a problem at all. Feel free to ask any questions that pop into your head. I am always open to questions. So, not a problem whatsoever. I'm gonna try to keep Flareon and Shroomish out front for a little while, just because they're the two that I know I'm gonna keep in the team. If I need to, I'll switch in Fluffy or Sfeel, but yeah, we'll just, see if we can make it work that way. I might even switch Nummel in a few times just to get the purification stuff done for it. So, especially at this point, because, like, the battles at this point aren't really going to be all that consequential. Like, Flareon's not going to get a whole lot of experience for it, all things considered. Did we have the chance to get the experience share yet in this game? I don't think so. I don't think you get it until later, now that I think about it. But, I don't know, I guess we'll figure that out. Oh, wow. Walreign's pretty tanky. For some reason, some people hate him. Yeah, I don't really have, like, any like or dislike for Walrein. It's a cool Pokemon. It's just a matter of my team's strengths and weaknesses that affected whether or not Sfeel would stick around, that's all. So, definitely don't hate the guy. It's a cool Pokemon, I enjoy it. Just not going to use it in this particular. The other thing about Sfeel and the Sfeel line is that I've used it quite a few times playing through this game, because if you don't get Vaporeon, it's probably one of the better water types in the game, all things considered. It's got thick fat, has solid ice-type moves that it learns as a secondary. You get Water Pulse for beating this area of Mount Battle, and that's its best water move through the whole game. So, yeah, it's one of the better water types in the game for sure, because you get it so early. But, yeah, so I ended up using it a lot, like way more than most other water types in the game. So I said, nah, you know what, for this one, let me try to use something else, because this one gets used a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, I ain't got no problems. Just used it a bunch, ready to try something else, that's all. Alright, there we go. Now we got 2 Pokemon at least, so it's not just like... They do that for the first few areas of Mount Battle for some reason. The trainers only have, like, 1 Pokemon in their team, and I'm not really sure why they do that. But, I mean, I guess more power to you, but not really my cup of tea. In a game where the only thing that you're doing is double battling, for the most part, like 99.9% of the battles, fighting with 1 Pokemon is just inhibiting your own potential, really. So, I would rather just keep a few. Rather not try to fight with just one if I can afford it. I mean, unless I have like a really high level advantage. Like, I guess I could fight through this whole area with just Flareon if I really tried, but let's not gimp ourselves where we don't have to. I think a good chunk of the trainers that you fight in these areas, maybe not in the first few areas, but in the later areas of Mount Battle, like starting maybe from the 30s onward, a lot of them are the same trainers, or at least have the same lines, if I remember right, as the ones from Coliseum's Mount Battle. So, might see a few familiar faces while we're here. Although, for our sake, I don't know if we'll even be going through all of Mount Battle, because I don't plan on... It's tough because, like I said before, going through the later areas of Mount Battle, you basically have to get your Pokemon up into like the 60s in order to be really effective. And, excuse me, that's like a big level jump when most of the non-post-game stuff, the Pokemon barely even hit 50 if they even get there, so... Yeah, I don't really plan on going too far above 50 myself. If at all. I'd rather stay as close to 50 as I can with my final team, so that way the final boss fight in the post-game is a decent challenge, and not like I'm overpowered for it. But I don't know, we'll see how it all goes. It's just something in the pipeline at the moment. We don't gotta worry about that until it gets to that point. So. People don't give Ampharos a chance, don't know why. He's a dope Pokemon. Most of us saying he's too slow for an electric type, but Jesus, get past that. He is a tank and a good powerhouse. Yes, I would agree. Ampharos is another one. You get it so early where it's like... I use Ampharos on like most of my older Pokemon playthroughs. So like if I play Crystal, I'll use... Actually, Crystal I can't use Ampharos because you don't get Ampharos in that game. I don't think it's available at all. But like Gold or Silver, I would use Ampharos. Coliseum, I've used Ampharos. This game, I've used Ampharos a bunch. Black and White 2, I've used Ampharos. So, no, I've used it a whole bunch. It's one of my favorite electric types in the game by far. So, yeah, I don't know. I get what people are saying about, oh, it's a little slow. Yeah, sure, but like, it has HP, which is not something that most electric types have. And it has halfway decent defenses, which is also something that most electric types don't have. So, yeah, that's right. You need to trade in Crystal in order to get a Mareep. So, yeah. I remembered correctly. I might be thinking of like Heart Gold and Soul Silver because I think I've played those more recently than I played Crystal. So, that might be where my brain was going. I mean, neither of these things are particularly threatening. I guess I'll just shoot the Ladybug with the that there Ember. I don't know, just false swipe to see that. What do I care? I'm not gonna KO it this turn no matter what I do. I might want to save because eventually the Move Tutor lady in Agate Village is gonna get Body Slam as a Move Tutor move, and I might want to save that for Shroomish for like the post game, because False Swipe will be pretty handy when it evolves into Breloom for most of the game, but once we don't need to catch things anymore, we won't need False Swipe pretty much at all. So it'll be good for a while, just, you know, we'll probably want to replace it eventually. So, alright, well, let's get rid of you right now. Could use a Mega Drain, but I mean, I'm gonna KO it with this anyway, so what do I care? Yeah, that'll be me one of these days. I don't know if anybody heard that in the background. One of my members of my family is having a particularly good snooze right now. So, I just hope that never happens to me directly on the stream. Like, can you imagine I take a break, like I go say, okay, I'll be back in a few minutes, and just hear me with the be right back splash screen on the screen, just hear me in the background lightly snoring. Oh, that would be pretty funny though. That'd make for a good clip. I don't know, I don't got a whole lot to say right now in regards to the game because, like, I mean, it's Mount Battle, like, there ain't really a whole lot going on, you know? So, And especially early Mount Battle, like, there's not a whole lot to it. Just use your best Pokemon or the ones that you want to train, and there you go. I haven't been using Numel, actually. I probably should get him in here for participation credit. Especially against the Phoebus, I think I can afford to make a switch. Yeah, it'd be funny for sure, yeah. I think so. You've seen that happen a few times, oh wow. People must be really tired when they get on the stream. I try to save my energy on days when I stream so that I'm not, like, doing anything too overly taxing, so that when I get on the stream, it's like, okay, you know, I'm at near 100% when I'm doing it, so. I think we'll just thin their numbers, get rid of Totodile now, and then we'll go from there. Oh. And then we'll got a new move, I think. We can check it out once we get this turn done. I'll tell you what, though, the life hack that I posted over my Discord not too long ago, actually, I'm surprised because it didn't really give me energy, but it did make me feel like a lot cleaner than I normally do when I come to the streams. The life hack, for anybody who didn't see what it was that, let's say you just ate a bunch of like acidic foods, like spaghetti with marinara sauce, or an apple, or a citrus fruit or something, or you've had a bunch of coffee during the day, so there's a lot of acidity to the food and the drink that you have there. And that can cause a bit of acid reflux, or if you're in a worst case scenario, you could have GERD, which is essentially like regurgitating stomach acid. Sorry, that's a little gross, but it gives you an idea of the kind of bad things that people have to deal with. Well, the life hack is to take half a teaspoon of baking soda, stick it in an 8-ounce cup of water, mix it up real good, and then rinse your mouth out with it. So just gargle a little bit of it, swash it out, swash it around your mouth, spit it out. And if you do that with an 8-ounce glass of water, so that's like 5 or 6, well, actually it's more like 4 swishes around, 4 little sips of water, and then you swish it around, spit it out. You do that, and it counteracts a lot of the acidity from the foods that you've eaten, and the like maybe the coffee that you've drank, and it makes a huge difference. Like, I instantly perked up after doing it. It's so weird because it's such a simple thing. You wouldn't think that it would cause such a like instantaneous difference. I felt so much better after doing that, after eating lunch not too long before. I says, nope, this food's got grease, this food's got acid, I gotta get this shit out of my upper throat. Did that, and it was like smooth sailing. It was great. So, yeah, let's get rid of Mareep first, I guess. Although Torchic, I guess, is the bigger threat, so maybe I should work that over first. And then I'll use Mega Drain on it just in case Flareon's Bite doesn't finish it off, but I don't know, probably will do at least most of its HP bar, yeah. You can only drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day or you get a bad stomach ache. Yeah, I get that. It's probably partially the acidity. Coffee can cause that with people, but it depends too. Some people have less of a tolerance for either the acidity in it or some of the other stuff that's in coffee. There isn't a whole lot in coffee, but yeah, some people don't have as much tolerance for it, or some people it just runs right through them like water, so that's always fun. Oh no, that's fine, Dark Triforce. No, I knew what you meant. It was just a typo. Oh, no big deal. You're good. So, me personally, I don't drink coffee at all. I just never really got a taste for it. I really find that if you don't get a taste for coffee in like high school or something, or maybe like the first couple of years of college, a lot of my friends who didn't drink it in high school still don't drink it themselves. And it's, I don't know, maybe just, it might make, you know, things a little bit more difficult, obviously, because getting through your day without coffee is a little bit difficult for some people, but I don't know, if I don't feel like I'm getting good enough sleep, I take melatonin, and that usually counteracts any problems that I would face otherwise. Sorry, I'm steering with one hand while I try to take a drink. Yeah, I just never got a taste for it. So, been drinking it for years. Yeah, see, that's usually what I find, is usually if you start drinking it when you're a little younger, it tends to stay with you a little longer, so it's kind of hard to drop the habit, really, once you start, you know, drinking it. So you're an old man now, so you need the coffee. Oh, believe me, I understand. I can't say that I'm that old, but by comparison, like, sometimes I've I'll watch videos on the internet and I'll hear people who are younger than me talking about stuff, and I'm like, God, I'm such a fossil. I mean, I'm 30, but like, man. So, yeah, it's funny though, because once you reach a certain age and once the generations kind of change a little bit with YouTube stuff, especially I find that now with YouTube, because a lot of the people that are jumping on the YouTube train now, making a lot of the post-analysis videos and stuff like that, post-commentary stuff, the more edited videos for YouTube, they're all like 20 or 21, so like, you know, there's nothing wrong with them being 20 or 21, but it makes me feel like an old man. It's like, God, I've been doing this for how long, and they're just jumping on the train. Good for them, but it's like, I don't know, I just feel old. That's all. That's all I've got. I feel old. That is the end of the discussion. Oh, you two turned 36 this year? Nice. Nice. I've heard that there isn't really a whole lot of changes or differences between about 21 and 50 in terms of age. Like, especially in the 30s, it feels like a lot of people that I know who are a little bit older have said, yeah, there's really nothing going on in that in that age group. So I don't know how true that's been for you, but it's been true for a few people I know. So it might be a widespread thing. It's a good thing I can't be burned by magma body. Once you see the differences in the generations, you feel old. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's just the way things are, I suppose. We're all getting older, that's the thing. It's especially funny for me, though, because it's like... It really depends on the person that I'm watching, but like I said, some of the trends and stuff that I've seen on YouTube more recently, it's just... I don't know, they've completely flown over my head in terms of what people do for their content stuff, so... Especially having a kiddo, she's 6 and she's a diva, but you love her to pieces. Oh, that's so precious. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that you love her to pieces, because, I don't know. I've always felt like kids deserve everything the world can give them and more, so... And it's always nice to hear that people have such a good relationship with their kids, so... Yeah, that especially. Yeah, that'll make the difference, so... Yeah, it's always nice to hear that people have a good relationship with their kids. Yeah, the trend in particular that I'm thinking about is that I don't know how much anybody in the audience has really watched VTubers. I believe that's what the actual trend is called. It's like you get somebody to make like a 3D model of some kind that's like mocapped, so you can like make motions and lip flaps and stuff like that, and so this 3D model, it emulates your lip flaps or your motions, but it's not like you necessarily. It's like an avatar of some kind. And that has been a trend that has been taking off like crazy in a lot of the YouTube scene. And even on Twitch, there's a whole bunch of people now who do that sort of stuff. And it's almost like having a face cam, but instead of you actually seeing the person behind the camera, it's a person behind a camera with the mocapped avatar as almost like a filter, essentially, for them. And the trend just went directly over my head, like completely. I didn't really see it as anything that would ever interest me. And recently I have given it a chance. There was a video that popped up in my recommended feed for a game that I played a decent amount off screen, off the stream. And it was somebody who decided after doing their first few videos they wanted to do VTubing. And I can see the effort that they put in, but honestly, it just to me still feels like Facecam with more steps. I don't know. I try to minimize the amount of effort that I do with these sorts of things because I don't get paid to do any of this stuff, really. I mean, I get a few donations here and there, but it's nothing substantial. I could make a living off of it no matter when I lived, basically. But, yeah, I don't. It just seems like Facecam with more steps to me. I'll be honest, that's just the way that it looks. And I mean, more power to people. Whatever they want to do to make their, their content unique and to give themselves some agency and to do what they feel is best with them, more power to them. But yeah, for me, it just looks like a lot of work. And I worry sometimes about the amount of work that people put into this stuff because it's like, I don't know. it's hard nowadays to break into the YouTube scene. It's just really tough for a lot of people to break into it, and it just concerns me sometimes when I see people putting so much effort in and not really getting anywhere, you know? It's like, that's just disappointing, because they're doing all this. You'd think that they get rewarded a little bit, but it oftentimes doesn't happen, and that's just disappointing to me. I really don't think Lotad's going to be that much of a threat. Let's take out Wingull, because it's a little faster.
Yeah, Lotad shouldn't be much of a threat.
This is the Area 2 leader, so he's got Water Pulse on all of his Pokemon, because that's the TM he gives you, but, it's fine.
We'll be alright.
We'll be good. Flareon's level 24. A little overpowered there, but, you know, we'll figure that out.
Lotad is pretty weak.
It just, yeah, it's like Shroomish. Shroomish has not got the best stats at the moment, but, ooh, nice.
It will get better once it evolves.
Yeah, it will. Well, you don't have a kid yourself. You do help babysit your niece and nephew often, though you can't now since you're sick. Right, yeah, don't want to give them anything. That wouldn't be good. So, but yeah, you do a lot for your niece and nephew there, Conqueror, so I'm sure they appreciate it. I'll just use Ember. We've got a Charcoal, so that should do good damage. She wore herself out at the park today after school. You promised her you would after school. You came home and Mrs. just laughed at you. She saw you were pooped. She said in a chirpy voice, "Did she tire you out?" She just laughed, said, "Yep, sure did." Kids, without missing a beat. Oh, he's an old little threat. That's fun, though. It's good. Like I said, it's good to be able to go out and do those sorts of things with your kids. Sometimes you hear horror stories about parents who just don't have that kind of time to spend with their children. And it's just like, I don't know. I just feel bad for the kids, I guess, in those cases. And I mean, I understand, you know, you got to do what you got to do to put food on the table, but sometimes I wish that we didn't have to work as much so that way we could spend more time with our children, because that's an important time, you know what I mean, in their lives. It's very formative for them. So being able to spend a lot of time with them is helpful to them, so. Anyway, we're done with Area 2, so I can stop coming up with non sequiturs and we can talk about the game now. No, I come up with non sequiturs no matter what we're doing, if I'm being honest, but, well, at the very least, we got some more Poke Coupons. We're well on our way to getting a TM in the future. And for clearing Area 2, we get a commemorative gift, TM3, Water Pulse. So yes, every area after this will give you a commemorative TM. And they get better and better as you go. A few of them, it's kind of sad that a few of them don't get given to you until way late. Like, I don't think you get Aerial Ace until one of the post-game areas, which kind of sucks for some of the flying types later that don't necessarily have a good flying move, but yeah, it is what it is. So.
Just use fly.
Yeah, well, I wish I could. HM2 isn't in this game.
Oh, that sucks. I thought it was.
Nope, no HM2 in this game. I'm going to hold on to Water Pulse, though. For the water type that I'm planning on using in my final team, we won't need it, but if I use a temporary water type other than Spheal, later on, I might want to use it for some stuff, so we'll do something with that. I think I'm going to stick that Leaf Stone in the PC, because I don't think we're going to need it for anything. So. Oh, it was in the first dungeon, so you can, yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah, you get it really quick, so you can get a Shift Tree, like, right now if you want it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So.
I don't have a...
let's see. Let's check out how everybody's doing in the Purify Chamber. Carvana's getting there. It's getting about, it's a little bit less than 2 bars to go, or a little bit more. And Delcatty's also getting there. And we didn't walk that far anyway, so we're all doing pretty good. She's a great kid. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right, Abra, take me back to the entrance. I don't think we need to heal up, but I think I'll do it anyway, just for the hell of it. And then we'll head off to Pyrite Town. Alright, so let's heal up. You guys probably already did this for me on my way up here, or on my way down here, as it were, but do it for me again, please, just for the sake of it. I'm not even going to worry too much, by the way, about my potion count. We are a little low on healing items at the moment. We've only got 5 between the 2 of these and then a revive, but I'm not worried about it because if I recall correctly, the vending machine is coming up in the next town, and that has all the good healing items in it, so that's what we're going to save our money for the moment. Alright, off to Pyrite Town.
I have some good healing items now, too. I bought a whole bunch of Soda Pop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Soda Pop in Ruby and Sapphire is pretty good because you get it early in the game.
Especially for the early game.
Yeah. It's cheap, it's affordable, heals for a lot, so. You do find it really cute that every now and then when your brother posts something on his Snapchat, his son is there trying to help him wash his car using toy power tools on his car. That's precious, yeah. That's adorable. Oh boy. Let's go to the town of Rogues and Ruffians and see how it has changed in the 5 years since we liberated it from Cypher. Well, the architecture hasn't changed a whole lot, except for the Pyrite building. Man, place got a bit of a fancy do-over. Sticks out like a sore thumb in this town of rust and ruin at the moment, but it's probably just the wave of the future. It is adorable, yeah. She looks like she's having a hard time running in that dress, good lord. You must be pretty out of shape, bro. I know you're carrying some heavy equipment, but like, she's in a dress. Come on now. You can run faster than that. Alright, okay, you're getting there. We want to get Shroomish to level 23 as soon as we can. It's okay if it takes a little while for it to happen. I'm not in that much of a hurry, but we do have a few trainers to battle now that we're here in Pyrite Town, so it should be a little easier to get it there. We might not get it there before we get to the next major dungeon, quote-unquote, but there aren't really dungeons in this game, but the dungeon equivalent, so we'll see. Hey man, what's going on? Oh, okay. Marcia was one of the kids in the kids grid, if I recall correctly. She was one of the ones that was in Duking's, the room behind Duking's house here in Pyrite Town back in Coliseum, so guess they're all grown up now. Well, you know what happens when people who have Pokemon lock eyes, don't you? The Gatekeeper, huh? Do you still have any Shadow Pokemon? No, I think he's learned his lesson since the last time, so. If it's a battle I want, and it is, then it's a battle we will get. I'll tell you the only thing about rinsing your mouth out with baking soda and water is that it makes you a little thirsty, actually. I guess it kind of makes sense. It's got that kind of powdery, chalky feel to it, even though it's in the water. And it's mixed around real good. It's almost like rinsing your mouth out with salt water, I suppose. Alright, he's got a Ralt and a Snubble. I think his team is fairly similar to what it was back in Coliseum. I think there's just a few changes, and obviously they're a lower level, but the idea is the same in his Pokemon. He obviously doesn't have a Shadow Furret anymore, but he's got a few that are close. And I think he actually replaced the Furret with a Granbull in the last game, so. Same idea, I suppose. We'll let Shroomish handle Snubble, because I don't really think it's going to be that much of a big deal. And we'll let Flareon take care of the rest. Are you okay, Shroomish? Yep, there you go. Just upright yourself. It's like uproot yourself, except less death. And there we go. That takes care of that. The levels aren't really going to be too big of a deal for right now in the opposing trainers. It's not like it's going to be it was in Coliseum, where they pretty well kept up with you throughout the whole game. In this game, there's a general tendency for most of the trainers, usually all but the admins, to have Pokemon that are quite a few levels lower than you are. But they still give pretty decent experience, all things considered, so yeah, usually it's not a big deal. Alright, Houndour could be a bit of a problem here, so let's see how much we do with Quick Attack there, and then I think I'll send Spheal out in this particular case because, excuse me, it'll probably be better for Shroomish if I don't leave her in on something that can definitely blast her. So. Oh, your kiddo loves Pokemon. She's always asking you questions when you play. It's fun when you can do that with your kids too, where you can kind of, like, one-hit KO'd it, holy crap. Where you can kind of let them inherit in a way, like it's generational too, where you can kind of say, okay, my kid plays similar games to what I play, so it's always fun. Hey Marie, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, we're just chatting away. There's a couple other people here. Conker's here. Dark Triforce is here. We headed off to Pyrite Town after taking care of business in Area 2 of Mount Battle, and Shroomish is level 20, almost 21. So we're getting up there. Just doing our thing, you know how it goes. How you doing? still can't believe I forgot to capitalize my character's entire name. Like, everybody does that in this game. So now I look completely out of place. Oh, well. You're just about to the last bar, so that's good. Shroomish, you have 83 to the next level. Okay, so yeah, we'll get to 21. We'll probably get to 22 by the time we're done with the dueling square, because that's still around, but, well, let's explore the entirety of the town while we're here. Just because. Oh, really? Have they? Well, she probably saw the trend of the, you know, the land coming back to the way it was, the reverse desertification of ore. Cool. That'll be interesting. We'll have to go check that out eventually. Hi there. So you're Fatine then, huh? Yep. She's just as she was in the last game, so. Oh, okay. And yeah, he must have bore some fruit from his search, so. Cool. Maybe we'll have to ask him about that. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure if Fatine gives you hints as to your next location that you need to go to in this game. She did that once in Coliseum, and then I never bothered to check if she actually continued to do that throughout the game, but she might in this one. I'll have to check it out at some point. Maybe we'll come back. If I remember. Ah, okay. Well, that makes sense. KO, weren't you rocking higher level stuff last game? He definitely was, yeah. He's obviously taking it easy. He has all the chill, rather than no chill in this game. So. Well, it would be nice to check out the new ONVS building. It's got to be a lot better than the dilapidated, rundown warehouse that was standing there before this, so. Alright, I'll go check it out. I do need to go there anyway to check out the State-A-ROM, so. Wonder what they're investigating. Hello, Chief! Chief Shirley's is still on the force. He hasn't retired yet. I feel bad for him, though, because when he retires, that means that Sheriff Johnson becomes the chief of police in Pyrite, and oh my god, if there would ever be a third wave of Cypher, it would be when this guy retires. Good lord. Can you imagine Sheriff Johnson being the chief of police of all of Ore? Holy cow. This place turned into a hellhole again. I think she does it all game. Feel like she had dialogue for Realgam Tower, but if you don't know to go there, what are you doing? Yeah. She probably did, and like I said, I think I just forgot to do that and check back with her in the previous game, so maybe I'll try to check back with her in this one, see if she's got some more dialogue, so. It would make sense. She's a fortune teller, so you'd think she'd know what to do when it came to, you know, where to go next, so. Oh, will do, Chief. Don't worry about that. If they want to fight, I'll fight them with my Pokémon. Oh, what do they got here? A Hyper Potion, just chilling out in the jail. Cool. What are you in for, man? A shiny-headed guy, huh? I don't think I can do that. I don't have the jail key in this one, unlike in the previous game. Is that a Team Snag'em member? Are they still around, really? What are you guys even doing at this point? Oh, this must be the shiny-headed guy. Okay. What, this thing? Don't worry about this thing. Surely it's not a MacGuffin of any kind. Wonder what he's thinking about. Maybe we'll find out later. Gonzap is still wanted. Good to know it's been 5 years of him being incognito or off the grid or in hiding. He does know how to hide, that's true. Otherwise, his team wouldn't still be around. Hi there. Didn't mean to barge in. Didn't an old couple used to live here? I mean, I'm not asking them that. They could have been their parents and they could have passed away in the 5 years. Who knew? Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard about that. Well, I guess that makes sense. Gotta delegate when you can. Sure, it'll be fun, especially in the Ore region. I mean, you don't usually see wild Pokemon around here. But that should change soon. Oh, okay. Oh, that guy's still at it. He said the 30 long years of cranking gears thing in Coliseum, but he's still at it, so. Oh, boy. I don't know that you need to. Just take the man's word for it at face value. Like, what? Why is it a big deal how long he works? Uh-oh. I know those familiar faces. Yeah, Treadley and Folly are also still around, because of course they are. Hopefully they're not getting up to kidnapping like they were in the last game. Probably had some PTSD from the last game. I mean, that's probably true. We did knock them silly a few times. Team Snag'em needs to get lives. It's been so long. Also, the fact that he recognized that it's a snag machine tells us a lot of things, like were there more single-user ones? It's a good question. I don't know. It's possible, for sure, although it makes me wonder where the other ones went if they, you know, if they had other single-user ones, so... Yeah, shopping. In this section of Pirate Town, I think you guys lie like a rug. Okay, sure. Well, I guess Sheriff Johnson's got a bit of a nose for the law, then. What's up, officer? Okay. Well, it looks like they still think they own the place. Alright, you do that then. I'm just gonna be over here. News company is strapped for content, okay? Give them a break. I mean, yeah, that's probably true at the moment. Cypher hasn't done anything crazy just yet, so they need a little bit of, you know, they need some lighter stories to keep them afloat until Cypher does some crazy stuff. Like, how do you know it's a snag machine? What if it's just a robo-arm supplement? I mean, Sniper blew up the big one that the Team Snag'em had. Doesn't mean that the small one he stole is the only one. Imagine if there were 3+. Yeah, it would have been a lot crazier, honestly, because then they could have... I would imagine that Ore wouldn't have been as peaceful if there were more of them still around. Maybe they went to different regions with them? I don't know. But in the 5 years that it's been, there would have still been an epidemic of people having their Pokemon stolen if there were more snag machines just hanging around, so... You don't need X accuracy, kid. Just call your Pokemon. It raises their accuracy one stage. Much better. 10 Poke Poles for free? No! Why would I... I don't need anybody's Super Rod, okay? That's... Uh-oh. That's no good. Who'd you buy those from? I mean, I guess you could use them as buoys, but you're going to need to find some water first. Go to Gateon Port. I try to use some interesting stuff. I mean, I've got a few regular healing items, but yeah, he's right. Full heals are usually more convenient because, I mean, they're more expensive, but you can keep them in one slot in your, you know, in your inventory, and that's it. That's all you need. But yeah, they've got some X items here. Nothing in particular that I care about, to be honest. In this game, we probably won't need any of them, so... Do I have anything to sell? Probably just the TMs that I've got, so... I'm not really big on that for now. Yeah, we're good. We don't need to worry about that. That explains the evil Sniper having a perfect disguise. Yeah, I guess he would have to come up with a snag machine from somewhere, wouldn't he? Because that thing looked pretty much exactly on the dot like the other one. Now, obviously, that's because they used the same model for his trainer class, but if you want to, like, think about it more deeply, yeah, he would have needed to have found a snag machine from somewhere, and, I mean, I guess you could get it from a costume shop or something, but that was a pretty articulated costume if it was. So, hi there. I did, yeah, actually. No, actually, I don't know where the wild Pokemon are located. I was thinking I might check that out. Duking's house is right there, so might be able to tell us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite a few people have been mentioning that while we were here in town, so let's go check Duking's house and see if he's around to tell us where they are. He's not around to tell us where they are. Hi, Silva. What's up? Ah, okay, fair enough. So he put you in charge, huh? That makes sense. Will do. Silva doesn't really have an active role in this one, unfortunately. He's a lot more active in Coliseum than he is in this one. But if we go back here, they took the bookcase out. Oh, okay. Guess the kids' grid isn't hanging around in here anymore. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Fair enough. Why does he even have you stuck back here, then? Like, who just sticks an old lady in a musty old back room like this? It's gotta be gross and cold in here. You should unionize, ma'am. That's not cool. Silva, Get an oven in a warm room or something for her. Jesus, the woman's freezing to death back there. Come on, man. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can't press A on the gear in this one and see that it's just a regular gear. Don't need gears in this game. Oh yeah, the hotel's still open. Apparently they still get a decent amount of business. So. Oh, okay. Sure, I'll take you up on that offer. It could have been paper mache, that's true. It was very good paper mache if it was. I could barely tell the difference. So. Alright, let's see. We got a Spoink. We got a Magnemite. Okay, well, if Shroomish was evolved at this point, neither of these would be a big deal. Magnemite might be a little bit... Because we're going to have to take 2 turns to do this, because Flareon can one-shot the both of them. Honestly, I'm not even remotely worried about Spoink. We'll just let it hang around. Whatever. I just gotta make sure I remember, because I think Shroomish gets Headbutt before it evolves. I don't remember what level it gets it, but I think it gets it before it evolves into Breloom. I just gotta remember not to delete False Swipe for Headbutt, because that would just be a travesty. I mean, it would be fine, we'd work with it, but it wouldn't be the optimal play. That's for sure. So. Alright, so Psywave can do anything from 1 damage to 1.5 times Spoink's level. That did 17, so in that region. So it could have done as much as 24 damage. Thankfully, it did not do 24 damage, and we can just move right along from here. I'm just going to Mega Drain the Numel. I don't think it's going to do... I mean, it might Ember me, but... Nah. Didn't need that crit, but there's no kill like Overkill, I suppose. Especially if you're playing Final Fantasy X. Overkill gets you, like... I forget, I think Overkill gets you, like, more rewards, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've played Final Fantasy X, so... And to be fair, I've never gotten past, like, the first few hours of it. I think the farthest I ever got was the, what's the name of the road after the Blitzball tournament? That's as far as I've gotten, is the place directly after the Blitzball tournament. So, the route to the next, shrine. So, yeah, it's as far as I ever got. I know a little bit about its later parts of the game because it's 20 years old at this point, so if I didn't know those details, it'd be pretty... I'd have been very good at ignoring that sort of stuff, but yeah, I know a few details about the later game, so... Well, you weren't too bad yourself. I will go check out the Dueling Square because it's still there and there are still trainers there to check out and fight. Excuse me. We can't bully Divil in this one, though. He's not in this game, so... There is, however, a trainer that has only Pokemon that give special attack EVs if you're looking for that for a Pokemon that knows Surf or something, so... I will point him out when we get there so that you can bully him on your own time. But we won't be bullying anybody in this one because I don't really need that, so... We won't be using any water types that use Surf in this game, so I'm going to try to use it, do it without that, so... Yeah, we'll still get Helping Hand, but we won't need Surf, or we won't be using Surf. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's stay at the Pyrite Super Grand Hotel, why the hell not? Yeah, the Mian High Road, that's it, yep. I don't know if that's how you say it, but... Oh no, you're good, Marie, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the late reply, you're good. Yeah, we'll rest ourselves up. And we probably will not be staying at the Pyrite Super Grand Hotel again, because I'm going to grab the items in here first, so... That guy's out like a light. Grab a Paralyze Heal. Never hurts to have a few of those. So, hi there. Seems like it, otherwise wild Pokemon wouldn't be hanging around. Yeah, as they said, wild Pokemon are making a return, so... Hello, what's this? This must have been my room when I was sleeping in here. Must be why it's still messy. Here we get a Focus Band. It's actually a pretty solid item to be getting this early in the game. It's, if you've never played an earlier generation before Gen 4, it's kind of like a focus sash in that you have a chance to survive with 1 HP when you take a lethal blow. It does not get used up when you take that lethal blow, though. It stays on your Pokemon even after battle, so... And I think it just has a flat 10% chance of activating. I think if you have 1 HP, it doesn't activate, if I remember right, but I could be wrong. So... I don't personally use it all that much. It's just kind of... I don't really find that there's a situation where I will need to do that, and if I do, I mean, I have revives, so whatever, but it's probably pretty good. So, I might give it to Shroomish, actually, now that I think about it, because there may be situations where I want him to live, or her to live, through an attack volley, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, so the Colosseums in this game... Excuse me, work exactly the same as they did in the previous game. You got to get a 4-win streak. They heal you after each battle, and if you can get 4 wins, you get a prize. So we'll go do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Colosseum just yet, though. I might wait until after the next sequence of events in the story, after Pyrite Town, but before the next dungeon, because if we do that, then that'll mean that I'll be able to catch a few other Pokemon for potentially for our team, at least one. So... yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, Dueling Square. We're all healed up and ready to go. Let's just save real quick, and then we'll see what this place has to offer. Hello there. Yeah, I heard this is the place to be if you want to get into a battle. Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. See? Not rattled at all. Alright, so let's see what Chaser Final has in her party. Shuppet and Ladybug. Alright. Nothing too substantial yet. We can take it pretty easy for right now. This episode's probably going to be fairly easy going because there's not a whole lot of Shadow Pokemon to catch at the moment. We've caught quite a few in our jaunt in the Shadow Pokemon lab, so we can take it a little easy now. Especially since we're over-leveled as Sin with both of the Pokemon that I'm keeping in the team for now. So, yeah. We'll have more team members to spread the experience out to in a little while, don't you worry. Alright, so we'll soften up the Shuppet. Give Flareon a pretty easy KO. Remoraid probably won't faint from a single Mega Drain because Shroomish just doesn't have the power behind a lot of its attacks right now to do that, but we'll get there. Not that its special attack is going to be that much higher when it evolves. It turns into a physical powerhouse when it evolves, but its special attack still leaves a little bit to be desired. That's why I'll probably only use its Grass-type moves. Kind of like what I did with Flygon in Colosseum, where I only used Giga Drain when it was like 4 times effective on something, because then it's worth it, but any other time and it's not, so... Okay, and we got a Togepi for the last one. We'll be good to go. I think what we really need to find for Shroomish is we need to find a Miracle Seed right now, because that would be fairly useful for securing the KOs that she just can't get at the moment. So I don't think you get the Miracle Seed until a little later, though. So we'll just make do with what we've got for now. Nice crit, though. And that will help. Everybody's Togepi seems to know Peck. What the hell? I thought that was an egg move. I mean, I guess it is an egg, so fair enough, but... Sorry, Togepi, don't mean to send you running back to your trainer like that, but... This is the Dueling Square, after all, so if you didn't want to fight, you should have stayed in the Pokeball. Togepi can have Present as an egg move, if you remember correctly. That's pretty cool. Gets that from Delibird, evidently. Just this little teeny tiny egg baby just runs up to you and gives you a Christmas gift. It just sounds so wholesome. So, Let's take a look at Flareon's stats again, though. Yeah, we're doing really good on Flareon's stats at the moment. Those are quite a bit higher than most of the things that we can get at this point, so. And Flareon's almost up to snuff with Espeon and Umbreon from the previous game at this point, so just a little bit more, and he'll be level 25, so he'll be right up there. Nummel's doing pretty good. Probably a couple of battles of switching it in if I remember to do that, and we'll be in good shape. So, Wonder Trade Christmas, you did that one year. Tons of Pokemon that can have present as an egg move. That's cool, though. It very, it's very makes sense with the holiday, obviously, to do that. So I'll bet you people appreciated that just for the, its juxtaposition to the holidays. So. Okay, then I will just battle Hunter Railing. Man, the other lady's named Final, and this guy's named Railing. These people must not have liked their children very much. Their parents, that is. Well, these two would be incredible fondue for Shrumish's evolution, but we've got about a level and a quarter before that'll happen, so I guess we'll just do things the hard way for now. Yeah, I'm not even worried about Zigzagoon. It's probably fine. What's it gonna do? Pin missile me? Watch it do that exactly and hit 5 times with it and get like 2 crits. Alright, Flareon's level 25. Very good, very good. Not getting a whole lot of defense, but I don't need it. I'll have defense in the form of something else in a little while. Apom should give good experience, though. That's a considered fully evolved, quote-unquote, for the purpose of the experience table. So. Alright, so, let's switch it up. We'll let Flareon get rid of the Zigzagoon, we'll soften up Apom, and then we'll work on it from there. We should start seeing a few more, quote-unquote, fully evolved Pokemon in these battles. Like, usually, I think after this point, we'll see at least one in each battle, so. Again, should give us some pretty decent experience to work with as we go along here. Alright, now we've got the rest of Apom's HP, which I'm not sure if Ember will be enough to do, so I'm just going to double team it. I know that we're not going to get rid of Dunsparce this turn, so. Because it's just way too bulky, even with Flareon and Shroomish teaming up. I don't think we'd finish it up. It's just too bulky. So. But we'll do what we can. Yeah, there's Headbutt. Okay. So we'll get rid of Refresh for that because, I still want to hang on to False Swipe because it'll be useful for catching Pokemon later, but I'm really probably not going to use Refresh all that much. I'll just use a Full Heal or something, so. Excuse me. There we go. Easy as that. And now Shroomish has a halfway decent move outside of Mega Drain, so that's good. Matter of fact, I think on a neutrally effective Pokemon, Headbutt might be more useful than Mega Drain because it has a chance to flinch, and I think it's slightly higher power, although it might be about the same with Shroomish's attack and special attack, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to switch these two up because, yeah, False Swipe and Stun Spore probably going to be sitting there for the rest of the game because, well, I might actually move Stun Spore to something else later, but False Swipe's definitely hanging around there for a while because, well, we'll need it. So, it will be useful. Well, that's not bad. And we got a burn, so it's definitely getting KO'd this turn. Use your head, Shroomish! There you go. Still not really able to take advantage of that naughty nature just yet, but it did make the Dunsparce flinch, which then caused it to get knocked out. So good teamwork, you two. That works. Well, then you obviously don't know the kind of trainer that I am. I mean, I guess you wouldn't, because I haven't exactly, like, been here before, so. Fair enough, makes sense to me. Ooh. Carvana's ready for purification. Nice. So how's Nummel doing? Let's see. I forgot to switch him out again, but that's okay. Maybe I'll do it in the next few. battles here because Shroomish is doing pretty good. We're almost there. 1092? Yeah, we'll be good. I'll probably just have Flareon switch out because Flareon's a solid 3 levels above Shroomish, so... Yeah, we switched Numel in a couple of times, and it should be ready to go as well as Carvana. So. I feel like this guy's team, if we fought it in the post-game, would be, like, really, really tough, because... Well, I guess he wouldn't have Mamoswine in this generation, but he would have a Salamence if we fought it in the post-game, and that's scary as hell. So... Swinub has Thick Fat, though, so I don't know if this Ember is going to KO. It might not. I guess I'm not too concerned about it. I don't know if headbutting Bagon's a good idea, though. Its head is literally made of rocks, so... Oh, it did KO. No, you know what? Swinub can't have Thick Fat yet. I think it's a hidden ability, if I remember right, so... I'm thinking of a later generation. I'm thinking of the metagame past, like, Gen 5 with Mamoswine, where it just has Thick Fat all the time because it's a defensive ability, and oftentimes people use Mamoswine as a lead in competitive Pokemon, so... Having that little bit of extra defense against certain things, especially to attacks that it's weak to, is rather a nice thing. So, all right, Shroomish, I think we're going to need to switch you out for this one. Let's get Numel in for the extra experience, and then we'll go from there. I'll see what I want to do with it after that, depending on how much... Oh, that's pretty good. How much of its bar gets taken down from this. We got a Murkrow to deal with, and we've got whatever his 4th is. So, Clamperl. Okay, we can handle that. I'll just get Fluffy in here. That should make things a lot easier. Especially after that crit, good lord. Don't get all crazy on me now here. Yeah, let's just Ember the Murkrow. We'll switch Numel out, and we'll have Fluffy come in. Because both of these Pokemon are weak to electricity, so let's give Fluffy a chance to do that. Again, I'm not really worried about Fluffy or Spheel's levels. They're kind of just here as, like, moral support for Flareon and Shroomish, but, ooh, that one-hit KO'd, nice. Yeah, they're kind of just here in case I need an attack type, so... We'll find some, other team members than them in just a little while, so... Honestly, though, Clamperl's special defense isn't that great. I might actually just knock it out with this, so... Yeah, just about. Okay, not too bad. Couple more, and then we can head out of Duel Square. We'll probably head for the Coliseum because there is still a little Pokemon Center in there. Quote unquote, there's a healing machine, really, is what it is. And then after that, we'll figure it out. We'll go to ONBS probably not too long after. So you've got one more battle, really. I mean, I might not even need to send you into a battle, honestly, to finish up your bar, because it's very, very low at this point. We'll just work on Shroomish and Flareon, I think, unless we absolutely need to switch to one of the other ones, so... Oh, do they? Cool. Let's see it, then. Wonder if this guy is originally from Kalos, since he... I mean, he has a few French words that he uses in his lexicon, but I guess that wouldn't necessarily make you from Kalos, but... They do have a bit of a French outlook in Kalos, don't they? Is it Kalos? Am I thinking of the correct region? Gen 6's region, that one. I might not be thinking of the correct one, but I might be at the same time, so... I'll Headbutt. I don't know if... Quick Attack might just KO the Tentacool because we've got a lot of attack, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay, well, Headbutt's not a bad idea anyway, though, because then I could potentially flinch this Machop, so... And that would be pretty good. That Machop knows Light Screen. Can it really get Light Screen? That's surprising. Now I gotta look that up, hang on. Amarella, hey, how's it going? Welcome. We're just hanging around Dueling Square in Pokemon XD. Machop just used Light Screen, and I'm gonna go look up if it can even learn that, because I didn't know it could learn that, so... Let's take a look. I suppose a few Pokemon can learn moves like that, though. Like, moves you wouldn't expect. So, let's go check it out. Moves learned. Generation 3. Yep, by TM. Let's take a look. Yes, you are correct, I think. It can probably learn it by TM in a later generation. According to this website, it's PokemonDatabase.net, PokemonDB.net. It learns Light Screen as an egg move in Gen 3, but not as a TM. Which is just like, what the fuck? Why? That I don't even understand. Gen 3, why would you do this? Okay. But it's almost, I mean, really, if you think about it, there's a few situations where that happens. Like, I know for a fact that Psyduck can only learn Psychic in Gen 3 by breeding, even though Psychic is a TM. So it's like, oh man. Come on now. Is that how you trolled people in Gen 3? Because you know you had a Machamp with Light Screen to confuse people. Nice. I approve. That's pretty good. So, but yeah, that's probably part of the trolling then. Yeah, you could just breed it right onto it. Probably gets it from, like, I don't know, Medicham or Alakazam or somebody. I don't know who learns Light Screen by level up off the top of my head. Somebody. Dude, breeding is a ride. Like, you can get a Pikachu with present by breeding one with a Snubble who already bred with a Delibird. Oh god, breeding chains. Don't remind me. I never want to do breeding chains again. I've done them in the past for competitive Pokemon teams, and I never want to do them again. Anyway, if you're looking for somebody to bully in this game with the Macho Brace so that your Surfs can be all-powerful, like our Quillfish's Surfs back in Coliseum, Rider Dirt is the guy to beat. He has 3 Pokemon that all give +1 special attack EV. So if you use the Macho Brace, that gives you +6. Very, very easy to do. I think he gains a couple of levels later on in the game with his Pokemon, but nothing too substantial. I think one of them evolves, and that's about it. But, yeah, it's very easy to take advantage of this, get a bunch of special attack, and yeah, just bully him. If you want to bully anybody in this game for Surf EVs, bully this guy. So, yeah, I don't think he gets Pokemon that are above, like, somewhere in the 20s in levels until, like, the post-game. So, again, it makes it very easy to bully him, because you could just come back here when your Pokemon are in the 30s and just one-shot everything. So, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh boy. Oh nice, we dodged a rock throw. Cool. We can get rid of Oddish next turn. Let me get rid of Slugma, and then do I have a Burn Heal? I forget if I bought any. I did buy 2. Okay, cool. There you go, Shroomish. And then we'll get rid of the Slugma. Won't get burned because I have a Fire type, so Magma Body does not activate, or Flame Body, rather. Flame Body is the ability, then there's Magma Armor, so I forget. They mix me up sometimes. So. The only chain anyone even remembers is getting Wish on your Eevee so that your Vaporeon or Umbreon would have it. Yeah, I remember that chain. I've done that one, actually, yeah. Although that one's not too bad. I think it's only like a 1 chain. Like, you have to get it onto something. I forget what it is. But you get it onto something in the field group, if I remember right. And then you put it on your Eevee after that. So I forget exactly, but that sounds right in my head. You had Meditate, Light Screen, Smelling Salt, and Rock Slide on Machamp. That is definitely a moveset that would troll people, I think. It sounds like it. Oh, Shroomish is almost at level 23. Almost ready to evolve. We'll get there. Unfortunately, Dirt, yes, you had to lose because I needed the special attack EVs. There's some really interesting breeding chains, like passing on Tickle, a move that no one uses. Yeah. That's the one that debuffs attack and defense 1 stage, right? I think that's what it is. It's like Apom and like maybe one other thing get it naturally, and then you can pass it along. 8 experience. That's how far off we are from a level up. Yeah, a level up. 8 experience. I just want it to be over 9,000, Shroomish. Come on now. We'll get there, though. It's fine. You've used it, Amarella? Yeah, I can't say that I've personally used it, to be honest, but it seems like a fairly interesting move. A lot of debuffs I don't really end up using personally because in competitive metagame, that is, because they could just switch out. I'd rather just buff my own stats and then sweep, you know what I mean? So it's probably part of the reason why no one uses it. I mean, if you have a lot of, like, entry hazards, then yeah, using those moves can create pressure for your opponent because they either deal with the stat drops or they take a whole bunch of entry hazard damage. So you got like 3 lines of spikes, some stealth rocks, some toxic spikes up. Yeah, they're taking a big risk. Get rid of their spinner and there you go. Because again, you like just confusing people with movesets that make little to no sense. No, that's fine. That's it. I mean, that's a pretty fair way to play because if people don't expect it, they often have to try to play around it. And when people have to play the game a little bit differently than normal, sometimes it results in them not knowing what the hell they're doing, so. Oh, okay, cool. Must get a decent amount of wind power. I mean, you do have a ravine, like, right behind here, so there's probably a decent amount of wind that goes through there. Cool. Oh, there we go. Nummel's done. Now we just gotta wait on Delcatty. Oh, have you? Sure, but don't I need training to do that first? Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably have to get certified to do it. Okay, fair enough. Oh boy. That's the Pokemon equivalent of getting to 99 EXP in Fire Emblem after a kill. It sucks. I'm not too worried about it though, because there's one more trainer to fight before we go into ONBS, so don't worry about it, we're fine. Like your Gengar in Gen 7 that just punched people. Believe it or not, in Gen 3, physical Gengar was an actual moveset, because Explosion still negated defense when it hit things. So you could use a choice-banded Gengar with Focus Punch, Explosion, and like one other physical move. I think Shadow Ball in that case for stab. And then you use something else, like maybe Destiny Bond or another coverage move. But that was actually a set. It was fucking stupid, but it was actually pretty funny when it worked out. So... if the gears don't break or get stolen, someone remembers the last game, yeah, for sure. You bred in the elemental punches and Smog. Oh, Smog. Smog is such a meme move. Yep, Ghastly using Thunder Punch. This checks out. Oh, what happened to the Under? Ah, okay, gotcha. They moved out of Underground Kamurocho, huh? Right, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is kind of sad. Yeah, the Under doesn't make a return in Pokemon XD. They literally buried the town. So, that's great. It kind of seems like the architecture could have been salvaged for something, but... I don't know, actually. Does this guy battle you at this point? He might not. Hi, Rocket. I guess. But first, I'd like to go over here while your back is turned and get this Great Ball. That's cool. Yeah, he'll walk, and then he'll run, and if you get in his way... as in his line of sight, he'll tell you, hey, could you move? And then you gotta move, so. It makes no sense, but it works. And people went in like, ah, yes, a special attacker. Where are my stat buffs? Why am I being punched with fire? There you go. Couldn't fight that. They buried it. That's such a waste, yeah. It seems like a waste to me, because it was a cool environment, honestly, but, I mean, I guess you do what you gotta do, right? Max speed and attack EVs and IVs with an attack up nature. There you go. Use that physical Gengar. Make people sweat. Without knowing what the hell's going on. So. Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was laughably silly, if I'm being honest, so. Huh. Now remember that Mirror B was around in the first game for later. We might actually get a little bit of a hint as to what he's up to now. Yeah, clean up the water. The Under would be a cool habitat. Now let's just bury it. Yeah, again, seems like a waste to me, but, you know. Someone needs to be eviscerated. Oh, boy. Oh, Delcatty's almost done, actually. Well, when we're done in, we're done at ONBS with the data ROM, we might go back to the lab just to purify these Pokemon, because they're practically ready, so. But yeah, I'm not worried about Shroomish. We'll get to a little bit of, actually, I think we can, battle Apherd, the Super Trainer, back at the lab. Once we visit ONBS, I think he becomes available for battle, so we'll just do that. That should work out. Hi there. Ah, so they hired you as the bouncer, huh? Well, that makes sense. You keep an eye out there, friend. I'm just here for a tour. I'm also here for your vending machine, so I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna buy, like, all of this stuff. So they have the vending machine from the under up here on the surface, and you can buy stuff from it right now. And all of this stuff is great. Fresh water is basically a super potion for, like, 1/3 of the price, practically. You got soda pop, you got lemonade, and Moo Moo milk. They actually sell Moo Moo milk in the vending machine in this one. You get 100 points of HP back. It's about half as effective as a hyper potion for like less than half of the cost. That's nuts. So when we buy any healing items in this one, you know where we're going to be buying them from for a while. So we get like a dozen fresh waters while we're here, and then we'll go inside because I got a whole bunch of money and I can spend it all on this. Yeah, Moo Moo milk in the vending machine. Yeah, this machine is busted. It's got really good healing items in it, so... Man, you sucked as a kid, didn't use the vending machine at all. Oh, you were missing out. You were missing out. This thing is great. It's very ergonomical for the amount of money that you spend for the amount of healing that you get. So... Yeah, they took over the old Pyrite building for ONBS, yeah. Pretty smart. Probably also why they decided to bury it, because they didn't want, like, an elevator running through this building to get people into and out of it. Actually, I'm going to buy to 15, because I think that's where we stopped in the last one with our items. Usually 15 is a pretty good item count for me. It usually gets us through a full dungeon without me having to buy more supplies, so... There we go. So, yeah, in Black and White 2, you can buy Moo Moo milk by the dozen. Yeah, it's great. And I definitely do that myself quite a bit, so. You bought 10 dozen and it lasts you until the Elite Four. I believe it. That stuff is crack, yo. You have had a superpower, Earth Power, Stone Edge, and Swords Dance Torterra. Dude, Torterra gets superpower? Yeah, I think I remember that. I don't remember how it... Oh, it gets it by breeding. Okay, there you go, yeah. But that's a fun set there. That's, Was it a mixed attacker then? Because I mean, Earth Power, I think, is a special attack then. So if you use Superpower to lower your attack, then yeah, you'd still be able to hit pretty hard with Earth Power because it's a special attack. So that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And then you could Swords Dance back up to get your attack back. So, yo, I need to do that. There you go. Giving some set ideas for later. Ooh, I do like the music of ONBS. Hold on. Let me turn that up. Listen to this jazz. Yeah, it's pretty good. Is that 22.6? Yes, it is. Good. You love silly things in Pokemon because your strategy is to not make any fucking sense to your opponent. No, that's fine. Because like I said, that throws people off their game, right? Like, they expect something and then it just doesn't happen and they're like, what do I do now? Most people in ranked stuff see a Pokemon and go, ah yes, it'll have this moveset. Wait, why is it Swords Dancing? Why did that Torterra just one-shot me? What? Yeah. Yep, exactly. You're about to just favorite the entire OST for the Coliseum duology on YouTube, as you should. Surprised you haven't done that already. This receptionist vaguely looks like the grass trial captain from Sun and Moon. What was her name? I see the resemblance that you're talking about, yeah. But I can't remember what her name was. God, it's been so long since I played Sun and Moon. So, but yeah, I see the resemblance that you're saying, though, Conker. Oh, okay, cool. So you guys just have free do-it-yourself tours. That makes sense. Hi, Meg. Hello, Shroomish. I have my own Shroomish. 'Tis cute, yes. Cool. I'll check the place out. Sounds like a plan. Might as well check out the whole building while we're here, because we got to go see Net about the Datarom anyway, and he's all the way on the roof, so yeah. Well, let's check out the building then and just listen to some smooth jazz while we're at it. Mallow, that sounds right. Yeah, Mallow sounds like her name. Yep. Yeah, and Marie says, yeah, Mallow. Yep. 2 entire OSTs, bro. I don't like doing that kind of favoritism. I was just thinking you'd look for videos that just had the full OST in one video and just favorite those, because then it's just 2 videos, you know? But, I mean, whatever you decide to do. You remember too much, you remember far too many people and places, but you're crap with names most of the time. No, that's fine. I think you were correct, though, so. Oh, have you? Huh. Yeah, so the Kids Grid have made a new name for themselves with ONBS, so. There is an artifact line that keeps popping up on the top of the television here. It's probably just because this is an older system and it's like a smart TV, so it's a lot more high res. It doesn't seem to be popping up on the stream, though. It's like a white line that keeps popping up occasionally at the top of the screen. So if you see anything, let me know. I don't know what I'll do about it, but apologies if you do see it. So, hi there. Yeah, seems like it. I saw Marcia running out of here like a maniac before, so maybe that's where she was going, is figuring out this whole wild Pokemon news story. Yeah, so second net from the Kids Grid in the last game are the ones that founded ONBS. Again, these kids are pretty industrious. They were like 10 in the last game, and now they're like in their teens, but they're working as an entire newscasting station, and they have this whole building practically to themselves. Very industrious. Definitely using Duking's money to do it, but that's okay. So. Yeah, maybe I'll get a better idea just by wandering the premises. Got a whole bunch of Pokemon pictures up on the wall and stuff, too. We've seen, like, Ludicolo, Pikachu. I think that one over there is a Mudkip, but it could be a Swampert, too. I can't tell what the one on the right is. Yeah, I get nothing. It looks like something, but maybe it's just a Groudon. Groudon? However you say that. Hi there. Oh, are they over here now, too? Really? Yeah, I guess they're getting ready for the show. Razzle and Dazzle, they're hanging around. Oh, you're dancing for the opening of a new program. Cool. Yeah, apparently they have commercialized programming in this region on this news network as well. So I guess they have to fill the void when they don't have news somehow. Cool. Good luck with that. Hopefully it all goes well for you. I think I just desynchronized them, but that's okay. They'll figure it out when I leave. People like her and thought her Lurantis was a nightmare. You've done 4 runs of the Alola series, you've never struggled with Totem Lurantis. Like the blind run, you had a Salandit, so let's call that luck. But the other 2 runs were easy, and Lurantis was replaced in Ultramoon. How did people struggle with that fight? I don't remember Lurantis, like, at all from that. I know it was a Pokemon in Sun and Moon, but I don't remember any fights that I had with it, so it can't have been that bad for me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we're just too good at the game, Murray. Why is it embarrassing? I mean, I guess it could be. I didn't actually hear you sing it, but, you know. Hey there. Ah, so you're one of the people I was looking for then. I'm actually looking for Nat, but if you're supposed to be in charge here, maybe you could point me to him. Yeah, you guys have really made a name for yourselves around here. And that's probably a good point. Yeah, actually, Professor Crane wanted me to check in with you guys. He wanted me to get this data ROM off to net. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still kicking around for some reason. So, alright. Then I will do just that. He doesn't tell you, I don't think, unless he mentions it here, maybe. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's a lot longer of a battle, but battle nonetheless. Yeah, he doesn't tell you where he is, but he's on the roof, so. All right, Delcatty's done. So yeah, now that we're done here, once we're done here, that is. Oh, this is locked, okay. Once we're done here, we'll be able to go back to the lab and we'll purify the other 3 Shadow Pokemon we've got left, so. Oh, okay. I guess that would make sense. I mean, I would mention the other legendary trainer from Coliseum, aka me, but, you know, we don't know where Sniper is, so. Uh-oh, that's no good. Sure, kid, I'll help you find your mom. I don't know, but let's go take a look around, shall we? More party members. So yeah, this little girl joins our party. While we're here, we gotta find her mom. She's gotta be around here somewhere. If she works in the building, I would imagine she's in one of these rooms, so. Oh, news broadcast. Wow, that was quick. They already wrote a story on this? I just mentioned it to them. Well, I guess they would have gotten the news a little while before this, though, because we did go to Mount Battle before we came here, so they probably would have passed the message along. So. Gonna have to keep your eyes out for more of Cypher's activity, then. Oh, boy. You literally one-shot it with the Fire Starter and the Fire Z move, which you will get before that fight. They give us a ton of toys and tools throughout Gen 7, to be honest. Also, Marie booted up Monster Hunter Generations on 3DS yesterday, set up the Dread King 10 hunt, and beat it first try. Had around 10 minutes left, but hey, you did it. Nice. Sounds like a difficult fight, but you overcame it, Conquer, so that's cool. Excuse me. Really? What kind of on-air disasters are we talking? Don't answer that. I don't know what they meant by that, but whatever. Anyway. I hope they didn't mean what I think they mean by that. I have a child with me right now, and practically I am a child myself, so... Yeah, makes sense. Again, what do you mean by... Nope, not asking, don't want an answer, goodbye. Taking this kid to her mother now. Goodbye. But yeah, her mother's up on the next floor, so let's go check up there. Because we gotta go that way anyway. Difficult is an understatement. The Dread King and Queen are kinda hard to deal with solo. The hunt the double dreads. Amarella knows what you're talking about too. Has both the Dread King and Queen in a single area. The King spawns 10 minutes after starting the quest. Oh, good lord. Isn't it in the Forlorn Arena too? Mm-hmm. Oh. Nobody names it the Forlorn Arena unless it's like really difficult, so yeah, oh boy. Oh yeah, you definitely don't want the makeup to be running on camera. People will get all over you for that one. Well, I see that, but also I'd like the item that's... Well, I guess it's probably not a good idea to steal some lady's random belongings without asking her, so... Oh, So maybe she's the veteran reporter? I don't know. Maybe. Let's do this, because why not? You remember correctly, the pair of them don't really even fit in the size of the arena. Oh my god. That's crazy. Bring smoke bombs, enough said. Your palicos were more than likely down for at least 40% of the hunt. Oh, good lord. Poor cats. Oh, would this be your candy by any chance? Well, she just went downstairs to hang around. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just glad you two are reunited. So yeah, no real reward or anything for this, just to get her back to her mom, that's all. So. Oh, you're welcome. I guess there is a reward. The Soothe Bell. Well, that's not too bad, actually. So now if you have any Pokemon that evolve by happiness in this game, that aren't Espeon and Umbreon because they evolve with a special method, there are other Pokemon that you can get in the game that evolve by happiness, though. So you can give them the Soothe Bell, and they'll become happier faster with you. And that'll also help with TM for Return, which you get a little later in the game. So, yeah, it's nice. Oh. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it's nice to open up a book and just flip through the pages. The feel of paper in your hands is something that I can never not get used to having, you know? So, ooh. Oh, okay, fair enough. There's also an item down there, but if he doesn't want me touching this thing, which is right next to the door without his permission, I'm not going to get into that chest, just trust me. We'll have to figure out a different way to get into those chests, so we'll come back a little later and try to figure that one out. Well, looks like the Under wasn't the only thing they buried. Pyrite Cave is also closed to the public, as you can see by this sign that has writing on it, but we can't even read it, so yeah. A couple of areas that ended up getting omitted in this one. Could have been a space limitation issue, but it might just be that they didn't really have any plans for anything going on in them, so they said, just leave them alone, we won't need to go there, so. Conquer didn't even use the smoke bombs. Damn, stop flexing on us. You did the hunt without palicos in 13 minutes back in the day with a lance. Nice. Sounds like fun. Probably pretty quick, so... It's kind of frustrating, what with them attacking one after the other a couple of times and lacking any opportunity to heal. Yeah, that could be pretty frustrating. The king does spawn after 10 minutes unless you kill the queen. Oh, okay, gotcha. Interesting. So just make a beeline for the queen and massacre her. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I did come from the HQ lab, so can you just give him a message that I was here and he can get back to me when he's done? Or he could just do it now. That works too. Oh, nice. There we go. Must have like a PA system or something. Or he was just calling through the door. Thank you, Detro. I will head inside. You'd think that the bouncer at the front door was enough. Apparently they got another kid being a bouncer up here. Hi there. Nice to meet you, Bit. I met you before, but... Well, you wouldn't remember me because I'm behind an avatar and a TV screen, so... And I was in the previous game as well. Nice to meet the both of you. Yeah, I mean, it was nothing special, just Cypher was a little tough, but I was a lot tougher, that's all. Here you go. Might be similar to the one you were working on previously, so, yeah. Even has the same name as that key item from the previous game, so... Sure, I can wait for a little bit. Oh, okay, so Duking went out to one of the Pokespots, which is where the wild Pokemon have been appearing. Well, I was gonna check in with Duking to see what he knows about the wild Pokemon anyway, so that might not be a bad idea. I think it'd be a cool idea. I do want at least one of my team members that is one of the members of the wild Pokemon available at the Pokespots, so... Here you go, Net. You're welcome. Sounds like a plan. So you decipher that, and then we'll go to... Oh, the Rock Pokespot, okay. So yeah, once you come up here, they'll mark the Rock Pokespot on your map all the way out in the desert. It's actually pretty close to Eclo Canyon, where the Snag'em hideout used to be, so... Yeah. Sounds like plan. Be kind of cool to see some wild Pokemon after not seeing any in the last game. I think this ONBS broadcast here is the exact same one that they just did in the studio when we were there with Candy, so... Oh no, it's just the same thing with the giant windmill. Okay. Usually the screen doesn't do that where it, if you've heard the story before, usually the screen is just like that, but apparently it wanted to play that one again. Fair enough. Dread Queen is the waifu. You love her armor. Love her armor and the Nargacuga switch axe. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds powerful. You killed her in about 4 minutes, and the king took 9. Okay, gotcha. And you know you could have done better if you kept trying, but you were getting tired of time attack grinds. Yeah, I get that. Time attack is something that you can do for a while, but after a while, it just sort of... It's not that it gets stale, it's that you start to... It's almost like lactic acid buildup. You start to just get, like, tired because you've been doing the same thing over and over again for so long, you know? So... Excuse me. Alright, so we have a mission. Let's go off to the Rock Pokespot. But before we do that, let's go check in at the lab, because I think once you get the Rock Pokespot marked on your map, that's when Super Trainer Apherd gets some new Pokemon for... Well, not new Pokemon, but he wants to fight you again. So we'll go back and we'll chat him up. And we'll evolve our Shroomish. Or we'll see Treadly and Folly again, so that'll be great. Probably. You put a transmitter in your boss's pocket? What the hell? Oh boy. Oop, email. Not the radar. Oh boy. Well, we know who Treadly and Folly were working for in the last game, but I don't know, maybe a different Cypher administrator managed to get out of jail. Who knows? But I suppose if we follow them, we might find out, but I don't think we're going to follow them, to be honest. I think we've got our own stuff to do, so they can do whatever they want after this instead. Her armor helps with status afflictions. Oh, okay, cool. The Nargacuga Switch Axe has high raw damage and can inflict poison, and it has high sharpness. Well, that all sounds pretty good. You did the time attack grind and rise a bit, though, against the Magna Malo. Oh, okay, because a friend was annoyed by it, so you showed how easy it could be. Nice. Taking 3 minutes to kill the actual Magna fight with on-level gear with LS, which is the weapon he liked. Oh, okay. You guys get docked dinner. You need better employment, not better representation. Yeah, they apparently they haven't had a whole lot of employment opportunities since working for Cypher. Who knew that working for an evil criminal organization that tried to take over the entire region would cause every job opportunity in the future for you to be completely awful? Not me. I never worked for a criminal organization, not in this game anyway. Last game, we don't need to talk about that. Alright, back to the HQ lab. I think if you stop off at this Shadow Pokemon lab, there's another little scene as well. But maybe we'll check on that in a little bit. First, let's go back here and see if Aphid wants to have another fight. Hey, Aphid, what's up? There we go. Yeah, so he does want to fight again. So that gets us the extra experience that we'll need to get Shroomish to the next level. Cool. Let's have a battle then, Aphid. Sounds like a plan. Longsword was the weapon, and have you played Bloodborne? Yes, I have. I've played Bloodborne several times. Once for the stream. Probably going to play it again at some point. Maybe on a different Halloween we'll play it for the stream. But yeah, I've played it a few times, so... It's probably my favorite Souls game out of all the ones I've played, all things considered. Pretty good. So. You think the Dumbo Rangers have 1 or 2 more scenes where they failed to count to 6? Yes, I believe that is correct, yeah. So we're going to go check and see if that is correct. Do I want to Stun Spore the Hoot Hoot? Nah, not really. I kind of just want to get rid of Furret if I can, honestly. Flareon should get to 26 from this as well. Holy cow. Oh, okay, well, we got rid of the Furret. So, that was easy. Staples button. That wasn't a button. I just hit my mic stand. So, ooh, 2 speed. That's not bad. Don't usually get that out of Shroomish, so... Alright, let's get rid of the Hoot Hoot, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, this isn't too bad of a battle. It's just pretty easy to... Especially when you get a crit and a flinch, like, very easy at that point. They make my head hurt. Counting to 6 isn't hard. Oh, they're great. It's just... I don't know, I love their antics. It's so silly. Imagine the transformed Hunter Axe, but instead of transforming into a one-handed axe, it turned into a Ludwig's Greatsword that exploded sometimes. Also, the axe head can go pizza cutter on things. That's the Switch Axe in a nutshell. So it's Hunter's Axe, Ludwig's Greatsword, and the spiral thing. I forget what it's called, but there's like a buzzsaw in Bloodborne as well in the old Hunter's DLC. So it's like all in one. That sounds like a lot of fun, yeah. So one of those weapons that's just like so ridiculous, but it's fun because it's so ridiculous, you know? I mean, I'm training every day, Aphid, so you're gonna have to catch up, my friend. You're gonna have to do a little more training yourself. Speaking of training, Shroomish has done enough training. She is evolving. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So Shroomish has evolved into Breloom. Much more powerful now. Take a look at the stats in a minute, but just take my word for it. It's much better. And for evolving at level 23, Breloom can learn Mach Punch. So we're going to replace Headbutt for that because I want to keep False Swipe. So yeah, unfortunately we got to get rid of a 70 base power move for this, but well, Mach Punch is same type attack bonus and it has higher priority, so that's pretty good. We'll probably replace it with, before too long, but for now it'll be pretty useful, especially since Breloom has kind of middle of the road speed, so it'll be pretty useful. Gonna evolve it now, not gonna torture yourself with waiting for Spore. No, not in this generation. Like I said, if we ever played Gen 4, I would probably use a randomizer to get a Shroomish as my starter, because in Gen 4 it learns Spore at level 45, and the end game in Gen 4 is like level 60-ish, high 50s, 60, so getting it there at about the 3/4 point of the game and then evolving it wouldn't be nearly as bad. If I waited to evolve it in this game, we'd never evolve it, so yeah, not gonna do that. I don't know about that, Apherd, but I'll do the best I can to keep Ore safe. Alright, well anyway, let's go inside. Check out the Purify Chamber so we can purify our other 3 Shadow Pokemon. And yeah, whenever you enter the Purify Chamber, when a Pokemon is ready to get its heart opened up, it'll tell you that there's a Pokemon ready to open its heart, so... Thanks for the reminder, you need to catch the Kanto Burbs in Platinum. Oh, I didn't even know they were in Platinum. Goes to show what I know. I've never played Platinum, so I've only ever played Diamond, I think. Actually, no, I've played Platinum, but I haven't finished it. I've only done, like, the first badge or so in Platinum, and that's it. Anyway, Carvana's ready, so let's purify it. We'll stick Numel in one of these when it's done as well, so... Oh, okay, so they're roaming, just like Mesprit and Cresselia. Gotcha. Okay. So you caught no roamers. Because that's a pain, catching roamers. So... Alright, so for purifying Carvana, we get access to Water Pulse, so you don't have to teach it that via TM. You can save that for somebody else. So that's not too bad. And then you also get Refresh, so it's fine. Doesn't really need much. It gets, like, Bite, I think, by purifying it anyway, so... And it'll be pretty good for keeping around for our sets, so... We should be able to get some decent tempo out of the next set that we're going to work on after this, so... Every time you find one, it's a 1 in 5 chance of being the one you want. You love torture. Oh boy. So which one is the one that you want, then? So you got Mesprit, Cresselia, and then the 3 birds, so... Excuse me. Which one in particular is the one that you want? Alright, so Purifying Delcatty gets us access to Secret Power. That's not a bad move, actually. The 30% extra effect chance and stab is pretty nice for it, so... Delcatty's never going to be, like, super strong even in the end game, but Secret Power is probably one of the better moves that you can get for it. It's probably only outclassed by Return in this game, so... I forget what else it gets, but that does give us another Normal-type Pokemon for our Normal-type set 1, so... That's cool. You want Articuno, duh. 1 in 5 chance of ever even finding it. Okay, so Articuno. Yeah, that, I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Alright, let's edit set 1. We'll get Delcatty in here. Actually, let's go to set 3 and see what we can stick in set 3 to see if we can make a fancy something or another. So we'll stick you in here, right about there, because that gets us a little extra tempo. And that's the same tempo, that's less tempo. I guess we'll stick you there for now. And then we'll go back here, we'll get Carvana out. And let's see. So we definitely don't want to stick Carvana here because that's less tempo. And I guess that's fine. How can we do this so that we... I think we would need CDOT to come out of that set, so we can stick it in this set so we can get some better tempo. So let's stick you here. Even if there's less tempo, I'm okay with it. Yeah, because that'll get a super effective attack there. And then if we get Numel out and Purified, which we can do, like, right now by doing this, and this, and then this, then we can stick it in the set as well and get some more Pokemon for our sets. And this set is fine. If this set doesn't have really good tempo, I'm not really too worried about it. It's fine. Alright, so stick you there and stick you there. I don't know if that makes a... Okay, so the lines look a little better now than they did. So we'll just leave it like that for now. That's fine. Alright, so let's purify Numel. And then we'll stick it in this set. And we'll find something else that can go there. And then we'll be good. Yeah, if I had another ground type, this would work really well, but unfortunately I do not. So, I think I know how I can make this work, though. I just need to... Actually, the next Shadow Pokemon that we get will make this set perfect tempo as well, because of Numel's typing. Because I can actually stick Numel where in front of CDOT, and then stick another Pokemon, the next Shadow Pokemon we're going to catch, in front of Numel, and then stick that Pokemon behind Carvana. So, basically, I have a plan. I know what I'm going to do for this set to make it perfect tempo. We got Charm back, and then I didn't see what the other move was. I think it was Takedown, if I recall correctly. So nothing substantial, but we got Dig, and we got, what's it called? Dig and Ember as Purify moves, so... Yeah, so we're going to get an Electric type pretty soon. I guess that's the gist of it. Because if we take Numel now, right here, And we put it there. So it works better here for right now because it gives us that super effective attack, and it gives us kind of that trifecta because we got water, fire, grass working like that. But if we switch this, so we put C-Dot and Numel, we switch their positions, and then we stick an electric type in the top left corner, it'll give us perfect tempo. So then we'll have 2 sets with perfect tempo and 1 with okay tempo. This one won't have perfect tempo until we get 4 normal types, and right now we don't have 4 normal types, so we'll just work on it until then. Alright, but we're done, actually, with purifying Shadow Pokemon at the moment, so... Yeah, Numel, indeed. It gives me a chance to practice that by saying it like that, because I used to say Numel back in the day, but I think it's a reference to it being numb because it has a hard time feeling any pain or anything, so... It's, I think it's supposed to be Numel. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that would be my guess. So, all right, we're going to stick Mach Punch up at the top here because Breloom is much more powerful on the physical attacking side. As you can see here, it has 72 attack at level 23. Good lord, Breloom, slow down! That's practically, it's going to be higher than Flareon when it gets to 26. Like, Jesus! That's nuts. Actually, you know what I could do right now? Is I could go back in here right now and I can make perfect tempo at the moment because I'm not going to need Fluffy. We'll be fine. We can just do this and take Fluffy right out of here. And go back here. If we stick it here, and then we take C-Dot, we stick it here, and we stick Numel here. Oh, that's not perfect. Oh, I see why. Because, yeah, so that's not quite perfect because this isn't super effective water against grass. So... how do we fix that? I think this works, but I don't remember how to fix it. Let me see if I can move some stuff around and get perfect tempo. So we've got to put you here? No, that doesn't work either because we can't have a grass type attack perfect against electric. So I would need something else to go here rather than this. But again, I guess this works for now, I suppose. What would I need to go here? I guess it would need to be another ground type, really. No, because that wouldn't work against water and dark. I would need electric or grass here. So maybe if I do this... no, I don't think this is going to work no matter where I put it. So, because I'm always going to have one regular effective matchup somewhere in here. So I guess we'll just leave it like that for now. That's fine. And actually, if I stick Spheal in here somewhere, will that get me anything better than what we have? No, it will not. Okay, that's fine. So then I guess I'll just keep Spheal and Fluffy around for now in the party. I'm not going to use them, but yeah, we're not purifying anything at the moment, so oops. There we go. You have no idea what these sets mean. So the idea behind the sets is that the better the tempo that you have in each set, the faster the shadow Pokemon that you stick in the middle of them will get purified. So if you have max tempo like this, that means that the shadow Pokemon that you stick in the middle will get purified really quickly by comparison to something like this where we have less tempo, so it'll get purified slower. But the idea is that you always want to have a forward, super effective relationship. So like in this case, when you move forward from C-Dot to Carvanha, grass is super effective against water. Move from Carvanha to Numel, water is super effective against fire and ground. When you move from Numel to C-Dot, fire is super effective against grass. I should also mention, by the way, I didn't mention it last time, that if a Pokemon's secondary typing causes it to have a resistance to something, that doesn't factor in to the super effectiveness of the tempo here. So, like, let's say, for example, we have a water and ground type, let's say. So, like, let's say we have a Quagsire, and we have an electric type for it. You'll still get maximum tempo out of that because the electric typing is effective against one of Quagsire's 2 types. Even if the ground type makes it immune to electricity, it's still super effective against its water typing, so you'll still get max tempo for it. Same thing if it has an ability or something like Levitate that prevents it from taking damage from ground type moves. If it's normally super effective against it anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so the better the type matchups, the more tempo, the faster Shadow Pokemon in the middle purifies, and it auto-purifies the Pokemon when we stick them in there. Yeah, I'm going to need another ground type for this circle for it to be effective. Thankfully, we're going to some wild Pokemon spots pretty soon in order to And we'll be able to get some ground types from that. There's quite a few actually available at those Pokespots, so. You love how you memorize the Pokemon type effectiveness chart, but not the list of US presidents. Which do you think you care about more? I mean, I understand that. I can probably... I don't know how many US presidents I can name off the top of my head. I could probably name a few of them, but I could definitely tell you the effectiveness of a Pokemon type over others. So, I think we need to get our priorities a little straight. Oh well. Alright, so we're done with that. Let's head off to the Rock Pokespot, shall we? And actually, let's head to the Cypher Lab just to double check on it and see if that scene is there. If it's not, we'll come back here in a little bit and see, but let's just check it out. Because there might be another scene here. And it's silly. Yep, here they are again. What are you guys still doing here? Why are you still counting? What do you mean 19? Does it look like there's a mob outside of the lab? Oh, these guys. I think you can re-challenge them, actually, even though they don't have their shadow Pokemon at the moment, but I might do that later, to be honest, because I think after you beat the game, they're still here, 1, and 2, you can re-challenge them and they'll have, like, higher level Pokemon. So maybe in the post-game, like the bonus episode, we'll come back here and we'll check these guys out again. How did you get to 18? That's what I'm saying. So... Oh yeah, we didn't read Pyrite Town's little blurb, did we? A noble town of rogues and ruffians, the high-tech ONBS building, is here. And we'll go back there after we explore the Rock Pokespot, a rough and rocky Pokespot where wild Pokemon appear. Again, a little bit out there in the desert, all the way in near Eclo Canyon, but that's okay. To be honest, history class was boring AF, all of the classes. I get that. History was never my favorite subject in school, so... I completely understand. Oh, well that's not Marcia. Wonder where she went. Maybe we'll find out later. Oh, okay. There's Duking. I see he got a new outfit since last time. That's cool. Oh, really? Sounds like you worked pretty hard on this. I love that little bit that he does where he's like, I don't think we should think about the details, and then he gets her name wrong. It's like, oh my god, Duking, come on now. It happens more than once, so it's pretty good. It's just silly. This game has a fairly silly sense of humor. Not as silly as the next game we're going to be playing, though. The next game's script is like a ride, dude. But we'll get there in a little while. Who are you going to find all the way out here in the middle of a desert? Oh, me. That's who. Hi. Man, you're lucky I'm here. Uh-oh. That's no good. I guess that's a good point. I did want to come here to learn about wild Pokemon, so... Oh, okay. I'll never get tired of him getting her name wrong. I don't know why, it just brings me so much joy. Seriously, the Dumbo Rangers strike again, absolutely. Your history teachers had no charisma after 9th grade, they just read straight from the book. Yeah, that's no good. You gotta make it more interesting than that, especially for some points in history, it's pretty dry. So you gotta make it more interesting than just that. What the hell? That man looks like someone explained him a champ poorly to a ditto. That's a good way to put it. At least he's not blocky like the bodybuilders in the last game. Reading straight from the book is the worst, absolutely. It's insulting AF to you. You're illiterate too, so you have to bring the stupid book to class every day. I can read the book too. Why am I not getting paid the teacher money? Come on now. Alright, so how do we do it, Duking? Ah, okay. So yeah, the lady that was making Poke Snacks in the back room at his house, he has a few of them on him. He'll give you 10 for free. So that's cool. Alright, then we go to the plate, and we lay out a few Poke Snacks. I'm gonna lay out 2 at this location, actually, because I only really particularly care to catch, like, one of the Pokemon here. This isn't my favorite Poke spot in the game. I'm gonna save most of our snacks for my favorite spot, and we'll get to that one soon enough, so... There's more than one, in case it wasn't obvious. Excuse me. There he goes again. See all these burps that I'm doing in the background there? If I hadn't gargled my mouth out with that baking soda water combination, would be causing a fairly significant amount of acid reflux because I ate half a sub and some French fries for lunch. So, ooh, it would not have been fun. Okay, so basically you lay out the Pokesnacks, and then the Pokemon will come and take a snack once they're ready. You can leave the area, and then they'll come along, and yeah, the more that you lay out here, the longer they'll stick around. It makes it a little bit easier to catch them if you're running around in crazy places, so... And Duking has a special spot monitor, the final upgrade for our PDA. So... Again, I don't know why, that joke just brings me so much joy. It's a good question. So yeah, you can use the spot monitor to check each Pokespot remotely and see if anything is budging when it's there. It's almost like having fishing rods out, except, well, they're all over the ore region and you don't have to look at them and check on them manually, so. But yeah, it's the final upgrade for our PDA, the spot monitor. Slot that bad boy in. And there we go. Now we can check all of the Pokespots at a glance. Very cool. Like, look at it this way. If I can do what my teacher does for free, why are they getting paid at all? Yeah, that's fair. This music sounds so dorky. What's worse is when the teacher decides to go all out with the test despite only ever reading from the book. Yep, I hate the U.S. educational system. We need significant reforms here in the U.S. in order for our educational system to be kept up with the rest of the world. But that is a rant that will take me an entire stream to go over, so I think I will hold off on that for now. We're only here for about another 45 minutes at the most, so... Yeah, I'd have to go over that one. Like, that would have been a good talking point if I was playing through Coliseum and doing Mount Battle, so... Yeah. Only an entire stream? Yeah, you're right. I'd probably continue to extrapolate on it for a while. We probably wouldn't get through all the talking points. I'd have to, like, practice it first, like I'm giving a presentation to get through it in one stream. So... Okay, so there's a total of 3 Pokespots in all, and there's the Rock Spot, and then there's another one to the west, over south of Agate Village. So that's kind of cool. Kind of wish they would have brought us to that one first. That one was pretty close to Pyrite Town. I could have gotten lost in the desert out here, but thankfully I did not. Sounds like a plan. So anyway, you guys are just going to hang out here for now, or... Well, he seems to, you know... Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you should finish your report first. There you go. I was gonna say, maybe if you were the only ones here, he would have given you the private lesson, although he doesn't seem to know your name very well, so... Alright, so let's go check out the other Pokespot that he talked about. Yeah, and the spot monitor will also tell you how many Pokesnacks are left at each spot, so that's actually a really nice feature because it lets you keep an eye on where you need to add more Pokesnacks, so... Probably a good idea. Hopefully you get your paid time off then. Alright, let's head to the next spot, shall we? To be fair, you love the PDA's looks and you want one. It is kind of a cool little device, isn't it? It kind of looks like... It's like it's almost kind of like those phones that would like flip out their screen and have the number pad underneath, but it's like sideways, and it's way sleeker looking than like those types of phones. I had a phone like that a long time ago, but I have since made the switch to the smartphone master race. That was like 5 years ago at this point. I still didn't have a smartphone, but I've made the switch and I have not looked back. But the next Pokespot that they're referring to is the Oasis Pokespot, a lush, oasis-like Pokespot where wild Pokemon appear. Well, every desert needs an oasis, even if it is a mirage. This one, however, is not a mirage. It's just another circular area with a plate in front of it, but that's okay. Doesn't really have to be much else. If the wild Pokemon like it, then so much the better. The ore region needs more wild Pokemon anyway, so... Now, Duking followed us over here. Okay. What's up? I did. You're welcome. I guess I was in the right place at the right time. Well, yeah, I haven't seen any. This is a milestone. The ore region hasn't seen wild Pokemon in years, so... Well, I appreciate the extra lessons, so... Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, if that's a fair trade. You give me a, a cool deal, but you ask a favor out of it. That seems like fair trade. What you got? Okay, so when you have Pokemon show up at Pokespots, they come in different commonalities. So there's a common Pokemon, an uncommon Pokemon, and a rare Pokemon. And Duking apparently is having a few problems finding the rarest Pokemon at these spots. They are Trapinch at the Rock Spot, Surskit at the Oasis spot, and Wooper at the final Pokespot, which we have not been given yet. And apparently he's having a hard time of it, catching those, so he actually will trade you some other Pokemon if you come back to him in Pyrite Town and you say, hey, Duking, I caught one of the Pokemon you're looking for. You want it? And he'll actually trade you a Pokemon with some exclusive moves that you can't get anywhere else unless you breed them. But you can't do any breeding in Pokemon XD, so yeah, you can get some pretty solid Pokemon with some pretty cool moves if you do it that way. So his Pokemon are busted. They're incredibly powerful. He'll give you a Meditite, a Shuckle, and a Larvitar, and they do a lot. Like, the Larvitar has Dragon Dance, okay? So that's all you really need to know.
And as we all know,
Hi, Cole.
do not fuckle with the Shuckle.
Oh my god.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
That's all that needs to be said.
I mean, that's fair. Did he really leave plates at all the spots? Yeah, he probably did, yeah. For the views. Trade it for the views. So, yeah, they're all really good. I would definitely recommend using them because they're all really solid. I'm not going to use any of them, but yeah, if you want something different, if you want something more interesting than what you normally get in one of these playthroughs, trade for them. They're very good. Hell, you could have a Tyranitar with Dragon Dance in the endgame. That's absurd in Gen 3. It's like one of the most powerful Pokemon in the meta with Dragon Dance. Yeah, trade's a trade, Duking, so what's the cool information you got? So he'll give you the last Pokespot on your map once you chat him up about these rare Pokemon. You're going to want to save before you go to that one because something special happens when you go to that one, so. It's Duking's favorite Pokespot, and it's also my favorite Pokespot because the Pokemon that are available there are really synergistic with one another. If you put them all in a team, you could literally make half a team out of the Pokemon at that spot, and they don't share any weaknesses, and they resist everything across the whole game. Now, granted, that's a little bit easy because one of them is a Steel type, but they're really good, and you could use all three of them in a team and be perfectly fine. So, nice to see you again, Duking. I will head to Pyrite if I find any of those rare Pokemon that you want. Except the Wooper. I'm keeping the Wooper. Okay, anyway, let's leave a couple snacks here as well because, I mean, there's a few Pokemon to catch here. The main thing that you're going to run into, the main problem that you'll run into with a lot of the Pokemon at these Pokespots, with the exception of Wooper, is that they all have really crappy level-up movesets. Like, they don't get any moves, hardly, and you'll really need to reinforce their movesets with TMs in order for them to be good. And that kind of sucks, because TMs are at a pretty decent premium in this game, so usually I don't like using most of the wild Pokemon in these spots, with the exception of the final Pokespot, where we're going right about now. Oh god, Cole. I think that was photoshopped in.
This was not.
Yeah, no, that's not. That can actually happen, yeah, but Cole was showing me a meme, and it was Courage the Cowardly Dog with an AR-15. Oh boy, that was photoshopped, but
Courage the Cowardly Dog out here fighting for his life every day.
Oh boy. All right, enough talking about that. Let's go to the cave Pokespot, the final Pokespot in the game.
Did you say save?
I did save just now. Yeah.
I have no perception.
You just got out of work, so is that surprising? A dark and damp Pokespot where wild Pokemon appear. This is the best one, in my opinion. And my opinion is objective, so.
Well, of course it's the best one. It's next to the volcano. That's where all the legendaries are.
Yeah, well, it's fair. Wonder if Heatran's living in the volcano there. Oh, not these two jokers again. Trudley and Folly. I think you guys just need to get employed somewhere better. You could probably be field researchers for ONBS and they wouldn't even bat an eye. So. Yeah, alright. Team Mirror B. Are you guys trying to be Team Rocket from the anime or something?
I love how this dude's name is
double check.
Folly.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
It's a funny name. Okay, we're good. Let's go see Trudley and Folly, shall we? Yeah, Team Mirror B. I wonder what that could mean. I guess that means the other admins didn't get out of jail just yet, huh? Sorry for sneaking up on you, especially in a cave like this. I hear monsters live in caves like this. Oh, okay, fair enough. Was that somebody's phone? Oh, no, that was the radar. You know what time it is! It's time for the king to make his triumphant return. Man, the Kamurocho Disco Fever hit ore like a train. Good lord. They don't have any Pokesnacks, so probably not. To be fair, I have 6. I could give them to you.
Actually stops when he says
that. Yeah. Team Mirror B, sounds like you guys need to recruit. No one is with you all. Does ONBS even have benefits? I don't know. They seem like a fairly good company to work for, though. I mean, look at all the workers they've got, so they ought to have something going on. I don't think they're not wild Pokemon, so you can't just take them.
Bro,
why not both, though?
Bro, his hair looks like a Nightmare Fuel Voltorb.
His hair is so poofy. Join Team Mirror B? Oh my god, my Pokemon dream come true. Say that it'll be so, Mirror B. Take me with you. Aw. Damn it, Heart, why you gotta do this to me? But thou must not! So yeah, you can't join Team Mirror B, unfortunately. He won't let you join his life of crime. There is no split in the path here. It would be fantastic if there was, but no, you have to say no.
Can you imagine if this was like a more modern game? You say yes, it's just a side quest for you to run around with Mirror B, constantly attempting to commit crimes, but they always go horribly wrong for some reason.
I would love that.
And at the end of it all, he's like, it's all your fault. You're a bad luck charm.
I would, okay, that would be fantastic. That would just be icing on the already incredibly good cake that this game is.
I could see it now. End of the quest. You beat Mirror B. He gets bodied. Fucking police officers come up. Stop. We know you're Team Mirror B. Wait, you're that kid from the office. Did you sincerely sneak into his team just to get him under our clutches? You're a genius! You don't even get like a choice. You're just like, yes, I totally did.
Yes, I did that. Yes. Yeah, damn it, the devs knew. No recruitment. Would be amazing, though. You've got a very effective, efficient nose, don't you? I'm kind of spooked by it, honestly. Well, unfortunately, I'm not a bud. I've got some evolved Pokemon that would like a word with you. I mean, you are the disco god, so, like, I'm already blown away. Okay, now for the most important thing that I will do today. Turn the music up. Seriously, one of the best battle themes in the series. No cap whatsoever. You remember how he had, like, a kind of not so... I mean, it was a salsa dance theme, but it wasn't, like, incredible in Pokemon Coliseum. This is more like it. Yeah, Majima is the disco god, that's true. So I guess we could just let Mirror B be the disco king, that's fine. That's a rank, I think, in Yakuza 0's disco minigame, so fair enough. He's probably gotten that. Can't see it, but you can't stop smiling. Your face hurts. Oh my god. The music is great, and I can completely understand. The first time I heard this, and then every time I hear it afterwards...
They did not need to go this hard.
No.
But they did.
They did. Just gigantic goofy smile on my face the whole time.
They were like, yo, Mirror B's like a minor antagonist in this game. He had like a salsa theme. Yo, you want to remix it? And then the motherfucker who did the music for this game just slammed his hands on his desk, started glowing with power, and just started composing at Mach speed.
Oh my god. Alright.
Speaking of Mach.
So, Mirror B has a team of Lombre, and also he actually has a Shadow Pokemon that we're going to try to capture. That's why I wanted to save. It was more just for the Shadow Pokemon, but yeah, his team of Lombre is here. They still use Rain Dance strategies, so Flareon might not be as effective in this battle, but I've got lots of special defense, so I should be able to live water guns and stuff, and even in the rain. So. Yeah, the Lombres are still dancing to the music too. Like, even though they were dancing to the music as Ludicolo in the first game, and they're still dancing. to this music. It's great. Genius Sonority did a fantastic job, specifically with this Pokemon line, because they knew. They were like, nope, we're going to make them dance, and it's going to be glorious. So, alright, but probably same deal as before. Let's just keep Mach Punching and Embering until they put up Rain, and then we'll start switching our strategy. Excuse me. Yeah, every time you see Mirror B in this game, he's like a recurring minor antagonist in this game, so you'll see him a few times throughout the game. And every time you see him, it's just gigantic wide smile on my face, because I know the metal music is coming, and it's just fantastic. Oh look, he has his hair as a Pokemon. And as it turns out, it's a Shadow Voltorb.
Speaking of Nightmare Fuel Voltorbs.
It's really fast. It doesn't really have a whole lot else going for it, but you do get Spark back as a result of purifying it, so it at least has a decent electric type move to work with. It's not incredibly powerful, it's not going to be Plusle or anything, but it gets the job done, and it's pretty quick, so...
I love how every other portrait's like real close up, it's just their face, and Voltorb is just like...
the entirety of him.
It looks so wrong.
So... yeah, the Lombre know what's up. You just gotta sway. Yep. Sometimes you just gotta do that. Sometimes you just gotta bob and weave to the music, so... Alright, let's take care of the Lombre, and then we'll start working on Voltorb after that, so...
Voltorbs radiate the same energy as the squad of zombies. Just consistent, unending rage.
I mean, to be fair, he's a sentient Pokeball. Everybody keeps trying to pick him up like they're gonna throw it at a Pokemon, so wouldn't you be angry too? Okay, well that's gonna make Effect Spore not really be a big thing, but oh well. We'll catch it before it faints. This isn't gonna be a Tyranitar situation like Coliseum. There, now it won't be. And Cole knocked for me too, so that's good.
We should.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that Voltorb is fast. It's got like base 90 or 95 speed, something like that. It's as fast as Plusle.
I mean, it's a near perfect sphere. All it has to do is roll.
That's true.
Everyone else, they have to get like a running start. Voltorb just goes...
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I'm going to heal Flareon, not because it really needs it, but just to waste my potions, basically. Let's do a false swipe up. Do I want to do a false swipe, though? I'm a little concerned because of the poison. I don't want it to get, like, jacked, basically. Let's switch Fluffy in, actually, because we're not going to gain any more experience, so then I can just hit it with, like, a not very effective Thunder Shock, and then it'll be okay. Well, we'll have something to stick in our PC, though, once or in our Purify Chamber. Well, that is a PC. A different kind of PC, but PC nonetheless. We'll have something to stick in there once we're done with this, so that's good. Yeah, I think we'll just, so we'll heal. We'll use our last potion on Fluffy. And, oh, that's not Fluffy. There we go. And then we will, just do a little Thunder Shock. That can't do that much damage, right? I mean, they're the same level, so it's fine. When does your trainer have a full belt of Mons? I mean, I can get more of them, and I probably will keep a few Shadow Pokemon around just for the hell of it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's not even remotely a large amount of damage. I'll probably keep a couple of Shadow Pokemon in my party just for the hell of it. At least one, so that way we have a not very effective, like a tank, basically, for Shadow Pokemon. Which at the moment we don't have, because we purified all of them. But, yeah, I'll probably keep at least one Shadow Pokemon in the party. I just won't have like a full team of 6 that I'll be using until probably the final dungeon, to be honest. That's where I think we'll have our full team of 6 regular non-Shadow Pokemon. Alright, let's wait a turn. We'll let Poison do its work, and then I'll start chucking Pokeballs. Whatever happened to those belts? Ash has one, but does anyone else? I think we have a belt, but it's not like a traditional belt. Like, it's a belt with the satchel there, and I think you can kind of see it on the trainer's model.
Across all of creation.
Oh my god. Yeah, they all went to Final Fantasy, that's where they went. There's Heal Bell's animation, by the way. I'll probably never use it again, but there you go. And there goes the rain. You've been bobbing your head this entire time. Help. No, you must bob your head, because this is the best music to bob your head to. So, alright, let's use a Super Potion, because I'm going to get rid of those in my bag as well. And then we'll start hucking some Pokeballs. I mean, I could probably get away with just using Pokeballs here, right? I'll probably start using Great Balls next turn if this one doesn't catch it. Just because the poison scares me, but we'll get there. It'll be fine. Yeah, there you go. Easy as that. Caught a Pokeball with a Pokeball.
Caught a Pokeball with a Pokeball.
Yes, I did. He has been shot through the heart, and I'm to blame. It's okay, Mirror B. I will see you again one of these
I love how much
days.
he commits to his defeat. He does the dance move and then straight up falls flat on his back.
Well, he has a cushion. His hair cushions his fall. So. Oh boy. I mean, you could have done that just by styling on me, just by dancing. You could have knocked me sideways, but you decided you didn't want to do the disco minigame. You wanted to fight me in a battle, and that was your first mistake. So yeah, anyway, they leave, and, oh, I'm poisoned. Hold on, I need to fix that. Hang on, Voltorb. I got an antidote or two. There you go. Ooh, and it has a magnet, I think. Let me take a look. I didn't think you got the magnet until much later, but it might have it right now for me. Let's see. It just says cave for where you meet it. Yeah, it's got the magnet for us. So that'll be good.
I forgot. Remind me. The aura around Shadow Pokemon, doesn't it get, like, thinner as their bar goes down?
It might. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'll have to take a look. It also has Shadow Rush and Shadow Panic. So Shadow Panic, I think hits both Pokemon, and it can cause confusion to both. But it has a 60% accuracy rate, so it's really... It's not great, but, I mean, if you call them and raise their accuracy by one stage, that's not bad. So, all things considered. As someone with poofy or fluffy and curly hair, that helps your skull, not the rest of your body. Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't help his back when he hit the ground of the cave, so.
I can't. I hate having my hair long. Like, the longer that it takes me to get my cowlick down in the morning, the more of a bad mood I leave for work with.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
My cowlick is a completely separate living entity that
stuff.
exists to spite me.
That's probably true. Yeah, we got 6 more Pokesnacks, and I'm going to leave them all right here. But first, let me grab this. The Mirror Radar. This is not a slot for our PDA. It's just a separate monitor. And it came with instructions, apparently. To Trudley, this is how the radar works. When you're finished reading, get rid of this. This radar shows you where Mirror B, that's the boss, happens to be. Whenever the boss appears somewhere, a mark appears on the screen. When you see the mark, check out the radar. It'll tell you where he is. You'll probably ask me where the boss is when he's not on the radar. You know how mysterious he can be. Who knows where he goes off to? Probably off getting Pokemon or something. Somewhere far away out of the transmitter's range. From Folly.
I like to think that Mirror B...
No, I will not read the instructions again.
I like to think that Mirror B just has like an underground bunker where he literally does nothing but practice his dance moves.
I mean,
it's a disco club built specifically for him and his team.
I mean, probably.
That's it.
I mean, probably. He did have that one room in the Pyrite Cave that was just him and his Pokemon dancing under a spotlight, so...
That's stupid.
Just that stupid. I mean, it could be. Trudley and Folly don't exactly have lots of brain cells in this game.
Literally means a mistake.
Yeah, true. Anyway, we got a new email from Net. Mikey, Cypher's plan. Mikey, I haven't completed analysis on the data ROM, but I did make a stunning discovery about Cypher's plan. Please come right away. We need to discuss this in person. Okay, we will do that. But first, I'm going to go back here and toss some Pokesnacks, all the rest of the ones we have, into this spot. Because this spot is the one where a Pokemon that I want for my team is, and it's also, again, where all the best Pokemon, in my opinion, are for the wild Pokemon that you can catch.
I find it to be incredibly amusing that the Pokestacks in this game, they were like, we can make them look like anything. Berries, candy, food. And some motherfucker on the design team was like, cheese.
Cheese.
Literally cheese.
Cheese. Yeah, the music at the Pokespots is just completely silly. The battle theme is pretty good at the Pokespots, though, if I'm being honest, so...
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We'll get there.
There is a Pinecone Pokemon. I'm sad we haven't got an evolution for that thing yet. That's just a bigger Pinecone.
I mean, Pineco evolves into Fortress, so...
Oh my god. Wait, what?
It's not a bigger Pinecone, it's a... What's the name of that? A Bagworm? I think that's the name of the thing that it evolves into, like what it's inspired by in real life, but... Yeah, it's not a bigger Pinecone, though. It doesn't evolve into a pine tree. Which seems like a missed step, but, you know.
Oh, are you okay? I don't... There's so many fucking Pokemon. I can't remember things.
Oh, boy. Alright, well, anyway, let's take Voltorb out. And we'll stick it in here. We'll rotate it so it has a super effective hit. Sometimes you'll get more flow when you rotate it so it has a super effective hit, but sometimes you won't, so you just gotta make do with what you got. Alright, at this point, I think I'm gonna want to take Sfeel and Fluffy out of the
Fortress
this.
has been around since Gen 2.
And then use them in the Purify Chamber, so...
memory whatsoever. My perception is 0, as is my ability to retain information.
Wait, I got it. Hang on. I got this. Oops, that's not right. There.
Press the wrong
There,
button.
perfect tempo. There you go. The ice typing allows it to hit C-Dot super effectively because of its grass type. And then the ground typing, or no, the fire typing from Nummel allows it to hit Sfeel's ice typing super effectively. So there you go, perfect tempo. I'll probably switch Sfeel with just a pure ice type later, though, once we purify one, but this works for now. So, and then Fluffy, you can just hang out in here. You'll have company soon because Voltorb will join you. But until then, you just hang out. And yeah, I don't know what else I'm doing with these ones for right now, so. Cool. Are you okay? Fortress been around since Gen 2. Is your job that brutal?
Yes!
He just does all the work around there, so that's the problem.
Listen, when Jimmy says I do everything around there, that is not an exaggeration. I swear to God, today I walked in and found at least 5 things my coworker could have done while they were on shift that took exactly 5 seconds. You know, if the problem hadn't gotten worse.
So anyway, for the rest of the episode, I mean, we could go back to ONBS at this point, but I honestly kind of want to see if we can catch a wild Pokemon before the end of the episode, so I think I'm just going to dick around. Let's go to Pyrite Coliseum and do something. I was really just waiting until Shroomish evolved before we did anything there, but yeah, it might give us a chance to kind of run around and see if we can find some wild Pokemon. I probably should have saved going back to the lab before I did that.
It's less like my coworkers are dumb, and more like, here's my current job situation. I was supposed to be working like 15 hours a week, you know, part-time. You know, just a little bit of thing, you know, get me back in the groove, you know, because I hadn't been working for the longest time and I wanted to get on my old job. I, at one point, before I started putting my foot down, was working upwards of 30-something hours a week.
Even though he was supposed to be working 15. Which is like, what?
So then, we had 2 people quit, and the last person that works there works literally 8 hours a week and does nothing while they're on shift except check people out and hand people food. I am the only one who mops. I am the only one who cleans. I am the only one who does stock. My only other coworker comes in on the weekends, and she is currently working another job and in medical school. So I can't be mad at her by right.
So that's the third employee. The other employee is the one that does nothing, so. Also, you need to stop snapping that shut because it makes a very loud noise on the microphone. I saw that last time, and I was like, what is that sound? And then it was like, oh, Cole snapping his headphone case shut.
It's like one of those, like, toys that you play with your fingers and the clickers.
Yeah, you need a stress ball. Go get it. I have a brain stress ball in my bag over there. He's actually going to get it. But yeah, let's go do the first round of Pyrite Coliseum. We'll get a good TM out of it for Breloom, and then we'll in the bag, the Celebrate bag.
Which one?
On the dresser there, the big bag, the big blue bag.
The big blue bag.
Yeah, that one. There's a stress ball in it.
Bro, what the hell do you have so many snacks in here?
That's my little snack case. That's where I keep all my snacks.
Apparently your garbage bag.
No, I just keep all the stuff that I don't want to throw out, but don't know what else to do with there.
Found it.
Kind of like what your jobs are. You've seen your shift's performance metrics. You do 3 to 5 times as much work as all but one person on your shift. Oh, we need to stop overworking ourselves, I think.
Listen, my boss is in for a very rude awakening in about a month. Because I am going back down to 15 hours a week, and if she can't do it, I'm done, bro.
Makes
I'm
sense.
fucking done.
Makes sense. Well, before we go in, let's check our PDA and check out our new spot monitor.
Like,
see if there's
working
anything there.
36 to 39 hours a week when you're supposed to be on part-time, that's not okay.
No.
That's like the least okay thing in the universe.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
So yeah, it's just like it was in the previous game. It's a 4-battle challenge. You get restored at the end of each round. In this case, the Pyrite Coliseum combatants are all going to be at level 20, so this is actually pretty good for both Flareon and for Breloom, because we're well above that. I'm going to save the rest of the rounds in Pyrite Coliseum for later, though, because we only currently have 2 Pokemon in our party, and we'll need the experience for our other guys once we get a few more of them, so... Remember, you do that much work while slacking, yeah. Well, I mean, that means that if you really went hard, which you shouldn't, because they would need to pay you more for you to go hard, yeah, do even more work. Almost 200 tickets resolved in a week. Some people don't even hit 50 at your job, good lord.
Me, who doesn't even get a break.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's still fucking illegal.
That's not cool,
I don't give
bro.
a damn what Mom says. That's still illegal.
Alright, so Breloom, Flareon, let's beat our way through a 4-trainer challenge. I know it's just you two. I probably should have brought a couple others in case I needed to revive somebody, but we'll be fine.
You gotta buy me one of these for Christmas.
A stress ball? Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I also need a stress pillow I can scream into.
I mean,
something real thick.
I mean,
so
you
it doesn't-
have
so,
a,
like, the
you
neighbors
have
don't
like
hear.
you have one of those like big throw pillows that you could just scream into. So. Oh yeah, I forgot. The themes for the 4 battles in here are the themes from the original Pokemon Coliseum. So like this is the normal battle theme, and then it plays the Cypher Peon theme for the second battle. The semi-final battle theme, yeah. Semi-final battle theme is the 3rd battle theme, and then the final is, well, the final battle theme, so. Cole can't get enough of Pichu's face, apparently.
Pichu looks like they're in a constant state of scream. Just a soft ah at all times.
Okay, maybe double teaming a Pichu wasn't necessary.
You just eradicated that Pichu's soul.
I
Why
did.
would you do that? That was rude.
Well, I know who I can hit with that. That's a pretty easy KO on the next turn. But yeah, Breloom's special attack leaves something to be desired. It's only slightly higher than, than Shroomis's was. So unless it's like a 4 times effective hit, I'm probably not going to use Mega Drain all that much. I used it there because I was like, oh, I probably won't need it for... Basically, I was trying to avoid static. That's what I was trying to do there. But, well, at this point, I don't really have a choice, do I? That is a good question. Why is that cat sleeping in that person's salad?
If it fits, I sits.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's just cats. You gave people a Pichu with Volt Tackle and Present, you're a good memer. That is a good meme too, so... Definitely help out. Volt Tackle is something that a lot of people like on Pichu for some reason. I don't particularly like it, but hey, you know, different strokes, I guess. I think I'm just going to Paralyze Heal, because I've got 5 of them, so I might as well, and then I can just Mod Punch this Teddy Ursa and be done with
I
it.
was feeling particularly violent against that Pichu goal.
For some reason, I don't know why, it just looked at me funny and I said, you die today.
Walked into the arena, all you hear after was sent out was, ah!
Basically, yeah. Alright, so basically by the end of this, Breloom and Flareon are going to be even more over-leveled than they already are, but that's okay. We'll be able to switch them out for some other Pokemon very soon. And if we don't come across, like, if we don't finish this up and then one of the Pokespots rings and tells us, hey, there's a Pokemon at it, I'll probably just, like, run around off-screen and see what I can catch at them. And we'll see how that all goes. It might not be the best idea, but if it means that I can kind of figure out what's... if I can kind of, like, manipulate it to get the Pokemon that I want from the Cave Pokespot, then I might do that, so we'll see. It's more, Volt Tackle is the only move that requires both breeding and a specific item. You're glad they never did that again. Yeah, that seems like an excessive amount of work, so... Alright, but yeah, so in the case of Totodile here, Mach Punch will just do more damage. Even though Mega Drain is super effective, Mach Punch is just so much stronger because it comes across from 75 attack. So it's just going to do more damage to him, so I'm just going to use that. If it was like a Wooper or something, then I'd use Mega Drain, but... Yeah, that's more damage than Mega Drain would have done there. Mega Drain would have done about half, so...
I have unfortunate news for the stream, by the way.
Uh-oh.
This may be one of my last in-person things because I'm moving out soon.
That's true, you're moving to your own apartment pretty soon. You can still come over and hang around on the streams if you want, though.
I mean, walking in the door. specifically to come in and shitpost.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if
Leech
you,
off of dinner.
I mean, if you want to do that, if you want to come over to shitpost and leech off of dinner, I'm okay with that.
Before I move out, I actually have to throw in a new power supply into my computer on the account that I'm going to be using 2 monitors now, and I don't think 650 watts is going to be enough to handle all of that.
Boy, that's going to be fun.
I don't want to talk about that. I mean, honestly, the worst part that we're going to have to deal with is getting to some of the cables, but we just pop the GPU out for that. And I've done that so many times that I have it down to like a science.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just have to, take them out, put everything new back in, put it all back in.
I've been living alone for over a year, and I can't go back to living with people. JK. That's gonna be Jimmy when he moves out.
Oh, boy.
Jimmy's gonna move out. We're gonna think he's dead for like 6 months.
I already told my parents. I said, "Listen, after I move out, I ain't calling any of you for like a month. I'm gonna need the quiet."
Jimmy's sitting there in perfect serenity.
I don't think they liked that too much.
Don't worry, they're gonna be getting experience with it when I do it.
Yeah, well, that's true. See, Cole's room right now in our house is in between the kitchen and Mom's bedroom, so he never gets any privacy as a result of this because everybody's always walking through. Also, there's a door to the hallway that leads to the front door near his room, so his room is just like a nexus point, and it just sucks for him because he can't get any privacy whatsoever.
And I've been having to deal with this for 24 years, and frankly, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to snap.
So he's sick of it, and he wants his own place, and I can't blame him, so he's moving out.
My setup's gonna be absolute fire, though, when I'm done. 2 monitors, a 3070.
God, a Ralts and a Duskull? How the hell am I supposed to deal with this with the fighting type? Breed a Pikachu, get a Pichu, but you have to be have the parent Pikachu holding a light ball, which they sometimes have in the wild. Yeah, they don't always have it, so bit of a struggle to get that.
To be frank, I regularly forget to call him. Oh, thank you for the reminder. I need to put together a desk.
Oh boy. Whole desk, that's gonna
Cole
be
may
great.
very well assign to a higher plane of existence once he moves out and finally has silence.
That's a distinct possibility, yes.
There's just gonna be a blinding light from the apartment as I transcend.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, why is this hero soundtrack so fucking good?
Yeah, semifinal battle is back on again. Oh, I love it.
Taylor looks so fucking nervy in this game. The eyes are just like they're big, but they're too big.
It's a silly little basic Pokemon though. That's part of the thing. So, uh-oh, Confuse Ray. I can't switch out to fix this. I should have gone for Duskull first. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Let's just Mach Punch the Talos so it can't use a flying type move to 4 times effectiveness. No, that only works for sleep. So.
I was on the right track.
You were on the right track, and it would make sense if you could call to get rid of confusion, but then the call function would be even more busted than it already is, so, they decided they didn't want to do that.
I need to ask her if he did blanket for Christmas. I'm gonna freeze to death over my apartment.
Aren't you going to move your electric blanket that you have here? Do you still have that?
Yes, I do, but it's made for like a single bed.
Oh, yeah, it's not made for your double, yeah.
Wake up Pokemon, clear confusion and sleep. That's a feature.
Yeah, that would be a very good feature, and I would definitely like it, but yeah, this game doesn't allow me to do that, unfortunately. Nice, Flareon. Broke through both of those confusion turns. Fantastic. Almost one-shotted a Poochyena while you're at it.
Double priority, go bird.
Yeah, Quick Attack plus Mach Punch right now is a pretty good combination.
I like that you're using the least powerful, like, EV evolution, but also the most adorable in this generation.
Flareon is still great, though, in this game, because a lot of the Pokemon that you can get in this game are at about the same degree
Everybody's
of power.
just, like, lens flares over, like, Vaporeon and, like, Jolteon and, like, all the other evolutions, like Sylveon. I'm just like, well, what about Fire? I want 12.
And to be fair, I think that out of all of them, if I had to pick one that I think is the most effective in this game, I'd probably pick Vaporeon, because that pure water typing is great defensively. It's so hard to get rid of, so. But I've already used the Vaporeon, and I don't want to use it again, so there's plenty of other EV evolutions to be had, so let's just use Flareon. Why the heck not? It is so fluffy. Maximum fluff for the evolutions, absolutely.
Listen, when I actually learned how you get Sylveon, that shit fucked me up.
What, where you had to use the petting minigame?
Yes.
That wasn't that bad.
Literally, it didn't fuck me up like that. Like, literally, that must mean, like, the population of Sylveons must be, like, immense.
Actually, I'm gonna do this, actually.
Like, you need to go out
I know
of your
this
way
lady's
and find
team.
a random fucking rock to go like turn them into one of the other ones, there must be like 100. There must be like quadruple the amount of Sylveons compared to the other ones. Because literally, you just give it love and care, and it turns into a damn Sylveon. You know what you got to do to get that thing an Umbreon? You have to go find a damn chunk of the moon.
Actually, you just have to get it to be super happy. So. This lady's team, she has a Plusle and a Minun, and that would have really hurt if I had actually hit you physically. But she has a Plusle and a Minun, but she doesn't send them out at the same time. So, I mean, obviously Snubble's a pretty quick KO, especially if you have a fighting move, but you're going to want to make sure you separate Plusle and Minun, because then they can't take advantage of their plus and minus abilities to get 50% more power on all of their moves. Breloom's going to die. This counter is going to KO Breloom. Oh, that's going to suck.
I spent dozens of hours on Pokemon Mini, just like playing with Metroid meters in Kingdom Hearts during Drop Distance. Yeah,
it's always
Drop Distance, a game that Jimmy still won't play.
See, it's always good when they give you that sort of like, it lets you, you know, get more involved with your Pokemon by just being, and with whatever, you know, Dream Eaters with Pokemon, whatever it is, by being able to pet them. So I always enjoyed mini games like that. Okay, so Snubble took it easy on me and used Smelling Salt instead. That's fine.
So no cap. I'm gonna complain about Jimmy now on stream. This motherfucker waited 16 years
being roasted.
Kingdom Hearts 3, and this motherfucker still hasn't played it.
I haven't played it yet.
There's too many mid-cools. I'm like, listen here, you little shit.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet because there's 6 mid-cools that I would have to play and understand in order to actually be able to play
16 years
KH3.
actually playing.
Right.
You had a 3DS. You had no excuse.
I did. At the time, once I had the 3DS, I was pretty much like, no, you know what? Story's pretty well wrapped up for me, all things considered. I was okay with that.
That you waited 16 years for that bitch to come out, and you're just like, yo, I'm not even gonna think about it.
Yeah. That had more to do with Square Enix, though, than anything else. By the time they actually release... You have Metronome? Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, okay, that's fine. I was gonna say it's gonna blow up. I was gonna say it's gonna blow up, isn't it?
You have Metronome? Mine used Ice Beam. Fuck!
There we go. We got a nice effect spore. I mean, we're still getting clamped, but oh well. But yeah, honestly, by the time they released Kingdom Hearts 3, my thought process behind Square Enix and the way that they ran their business was just like, nah, bro, I don't even want to support you anymore. So, and then I kept supporting them by playing Final Fantasy XIV for the stream, so that was a little bit hypocritical.
Let's also not forget about the part where you played and beat Final Fantasy.
Damn, 4 attack from 1 level. At this low level, that's nuts.
Oh, I just don't care anymore.
You love Pokemon to me, but you were bored with Pokepelago. Strange, isn't it? I don't even remember Pokepelago, so I don't know if it's that strange. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
Kingdom Hearts took too long to get to 3.
That's what I'm saying, is that if I had to give a complaint about the process of getting to 3, it's that Tetsuya Nomura wrote by the seat of his pants. So he had to write 6 games to understand in his own brain, this is what I want to do with Kingdom Hearts 3. And then he released it, and I don't even know that it was that good in terms of plot. I know the battle system is good, but that's about the only reason why I played.
It's amusing that the only thing that really happened between 2 and 3, if you want to get really technical, is Sora got vibe checked like 7 fucking times before finally being told, yeah, you do not have the rank of Master, even though you're literally one of the most powerful Keyblade wielders arguably in existence. Okay, I'm gonna go on a journey to find out why that is.
And then he never finds out why.
The most interesting thing about Kingdom Hearts is Xehanort's plan, because you just keep laughing at all the bullshit he's pulling.
Yeah. Anyway, for beating that round, we got TM31 Brick Break, which I'm going to stick on Breloom and never take off. It's easily going to be her most powerful move for probably the entire game. We could get Sky Uppercut later, but it's only marginally more powerful, and as a trade-off, it's 10% less accurate. So I'd rather just have this and be able to destroy screens that pop up as we go through the game. So.
And since a lot of people in this game do use screens.
Actually, there's a surprising number of NPCs that use Reflect and Light Screen in this game, so we'll just get rid of Mach Punch. It served us well for the time we had it, but... Excuse me. Yeah, that's true. Sky Uppercut is an endgame move. This is right now. We can have it at level 25, and it will just serve us for the whole game.
See, what I don't understand about Tetsuya Nomura as a writer sometimes is occasionally he puts out really good stuff, and then other times he just doesn't.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on... Like, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's not, but that's because he writes by the seat of his pants. He doesn't really think as deeply about it as some people would consider to be a good idea.
I relate.
So...
Like,
So,
no cap.
sometimes the
fucking
results
World
are good
Ends
and
with
sometimes
You
they're bad.
And Neo is a fucking really good games. Writing
Writing-
is hard, Cole.
that is
I know,
true.
I run 2 D&D sessions.
That is true. Writing is hard. I'm just going to run around for a little while, by the way, because I want to see if... Oh, there we go. The spot monitor is responding. Let's check our PDA and see which spot is responding. Ah, the cave is responding. Fantastic. That's the one that I wanted to be responding right now. Let's go see what we can catch, shall we? It's probably going to be a Zubat.
If I have to give a approximation of the 2 D&D sessions I'm running currently, it would be as follows. My players went to a desert to go figure out why it was getting bigger, and have casually embroiled themselves into a celestial conflict between the Fae and the gods of the land, being run by a Fae who is also a simp.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I could have done this better if I tried. Now, if it's this Pokemon that I actually want for my team, that'll just be icing on the cake. Let's go find out, shall we?
If I ever described my session like that to somebody, they'd look at me and say, how the flying fuck?
It's a Zubat.
It's a fucking Zubat.
That's what I figured I was going to find. I wasn't going to be really shocked if it was a Zubat, and it is, in fact, a Zubat. It's okay, though, because honestly, Zubat is pretty solid in this one. It's mostly used as a flying type, but, well, it's level 12. It's a little bit low, but honestly, I might use it for a little while as a temporary flying type, because we won't get our flying type for some time yet, so...
I imagine the player character being really excited going in there. Finally, I might have a new addition to my team. He just walks in, he just starts dissociating when he sees the Zubat, and then Braylon just pops out of the Pokeball and just RKOs the bat. Watch out, watch out! Oh!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 12 is a little low. It's actually like... I think the lowest level you can get a wild Pokemon in this one is
stop being such a
10,
drama person.
but I'm not 100% sure about that, so...
Braylon's so dramatic. They get hit with something that takes off like an eighth of their HP, and they fly back like they're a Dragon Ball Z character.
I mean, it did gain a fighting typing when it evolved. So, is that shocking to you? Oh, I didn't talk about why Breloom is so good. So, it has, among other things, including its sky-high attack, it has the unique and completely... well, actually, yeah, it's just unique. It has the unique advantage in this generation of being able to naturally resist both ground and rock-type moves. It's something that no other Pokemon can do until Torterra in Gen 4. And I think then Virizion can also do it in Gen 5 because it has the same typing as Breloom. But yeah, it has a unique advantage because it can resist both of those, and it can hit both of them super effectively with either Brick Break or Mega Drain, God bless you. So, among other things, including its sky-high attack, Breloom has good defensive typing too. It has a grass type, which is decent defensively, but the fighting typing gives it a few extra resistances that it normally wouldn't have, so... Torterra, everyone's a G until the island starts walking. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh lord.
Oh lordy, coming. Alright, let's try catching this Zubat. We use our right hand to throw Pokeballs when we're catching wild Pokemon, by the way, which gives us an idea that Mikey is in fact right-handed. The left hand is used for snagging, but it's not his dominant hand. So,
I just find
doesn't
it
make any
amusing that
difference.
the entire idea behind the snag system is you throw the Pokeball at the speed of light.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How many snacks did he leave
Like,
behind? Oh,
the
5.
speed
Okay.
of light.
Let's see how good of a Zubat we got. It's calm. That's not too bad. I'd be using it as a physical attacker anyway, so that's not bad. It has a lot of... Look at its attack stat, though. Oh my lord, that's low. But yeah, it doesn't really have a whole lot of anything right now. It really doesn't get that good until it gets wing attack, so... I don't know, I'll figure out if I want to use it. If I do, maybe I'll raise it, like, off-screen. I'll go back to, like, Area 1 of Mount Battle and train it a little bit. I'm gonna need a second Pokemon to do that, though, so...
If my memory's right, speaking of Torterra, the Detective Pikachu movie, completely random. They did something with Torterra that was arguably hilarious and terrifying. They were, like, not tectonic plate size, but they were literal mountainscapes big. At one point, they were running away from a Torterra that was waking up from a nap, and it was literally the size of a mountain range.
I believe it. Sounds about right.
Big turtle.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run around for like 5 minutes and just see if we can find any more wild Pokemon at the Pokespots, because like we got one at the last spot we went to, so that means it might proc on one of the other ones too. I don't know if there's like a set time period in between each of the spots or not, but there might be.
So, on the subject of bullshitting around, I decided to cook myself lunch today
Oh.
while I was at work. Amy had a meatball sub as a special. So I thought to myself, how can I make this better with what I have? Because I'm a lunatic that cannot be stopped.
Oh boy. And what did you do?
So the first thing I did was I grabbed the rolls that she was using for the meatball subs, and I immediately toasted the bread side. I then got out 3 pieces of provolone cheese, and I flipped the bun over and put the cheese in there the way I wanted it. Let it set there for a minute, then closed the bun. I then toasted it on both sides at the outside of the bun, layered in the meatballs, which then began to melt the provolone cheese as though it wasn't melted already. So I had a meatball sub that had melted provolone cheese, was warm, and toasted.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Oh, there
I
we go.
literally cracked.
The spot monitor is responding against. Let's see where this one is.
Amy doesn't
At the
realize
rock
that
spot.
I actually can cook.
Well, I think she realizes it by now because you've cooked several people's meals for them.
No, I haven't actually cooked anybody's meals for them. I've finished meals.
Okay, but
She doesn't
still.
trust me to cook actual people food, but I cook myself lunch. And unfortunately, I cooked the meatball sub entirely while she was gone and ate it while she was gone.
Oh, boy.
That should give you an idea of how quiet my day at work was, that I was capable of making myself lunch and then eating it without being expected to do anything else.
Ooh, Gligar. Okay. I didn't save before this one. I probably should have.
If
But
my memory is right, this thing's evolution is, like, amazing.
Gliscor is pretty solid, but it can't evolve in this generation, unfortunately. So you're stuck with this thing, which has the same problem that most of the Pokemon in these Pokespots have, again, which is that they learn no moves. So.
What the hell even is this thing based on? It looks like it's based on, like, a fusion of a bat and a scorpion. I don't know if
It's
that's...
called a fly scorpion, so it's a scorpion that can fly.
Damn, nature! You scary!
So, I mean, I think Gligar would be pretty good if it got, like, any moves at all. But, like, the best level up move it gets is, like, Slash, which is just like, come on now.
Fly scorpion. What the fuck?
So let's raise our accuracy so we can stun it. Then we'll use False Swipe on it. Poison Sting will do a little bit, but that's okay. I can handle it. Unfortunately, I don't have Poison Heal in this generation. If I did, that would be, like, great.
From nature. Why is it that only bugs seem to evolve into Eldritch Horrors?
I saw a video in my recommended feed, speaking of things evolving, and the video was from PBS Eons, which is a really good channel, by the way. It has a lot of cool documentary stuff, like really quick documentary stuff, like 8 to 10 minutes usually. And the video was titled, "Why is Everything Evolving into Crabs?" And I was like, I gotta watch this later. Cole's gonna go look it up right now.
Why is everything evolving into crabs?
Cole's gonna go look it up right now.
I don't think I'm evolving into a crab. Nope, no chitin yet.
Well, when we live under the ocean because we destroy the rest of the planet, maybe we'll evolve chitin.
Jimmy, if your humors got any closer to the gallows, you might accidentally throw yourself onto it.
That'd be fun. Anyway, Gligar's redeeming value is that it has really, really high defense, so False Swipe is going to take a little bit to knock it down. But that's okay. We'll just knock it down to 1, and then I'll probably use a Great Ball on it, because it's considered a fully evolved Pokemon, so it probably has a lower-ish catch rate. I don't know if the catch rates are adjusted in this one for wild Pokemon. I know they're adjusted for Shadow Pokemon, but for wild ones, I'm not sure. So, alright, Breloom, we'll heal you in a second. Let me just switch somebody else out who isn't going to, like... Let's switch Zubat out. It won't get poisoned from Poison Sting. It might get damaged pretty good from, like, literally everything else, but it's okay. You got this, Zubat. I believe in you. It's only 1 level over. Yeah, see, there you go.
Oh my god! That Zubat does not give a shit.
Well, it's a poison type, and Gligar's not getting same type attack bonus off of Poison Sting, so, yeah, you know. Alright, let's chouse a Great Ball. And I think after this, I'll call it a day. I probably will hang around these Pokespots a little bit off-screen, just to see what I can find, and I'll have my next member of my team, hopefully, by tomorrow, when we do the stream again.
On the subject of going, I have D&D in 45 minutes, so I'm going to go upstairs, charge my computer, have dinner, and then possibly fall asleep unintentionally.
Okay, sounds good. Bye, Cole.
Nice catch.
I got it. Stress Ball. Bye, Cole. It is a good idea, by the way, to try to catch as many Pokemon as you can at these Pokespots, even if you're just catching all of the unique ones, because, especially with ground types that you can catch, which there's 3 ground types available at the Rock Pokespot, and those are really nice to have around for the Purified Chamber, because ground types are a little hard to come by in some cases in this game, so I'd catch a few of them just for the hell of it. Well, we only got 1 snack left here. I think you can buy some, though, in... I almost said Pewter City, Pyrite Town. So I'm going to go check, actually, before we stop the stream so I can tell you. Okay, well, if I need any more, I'll just go grab them from here. So there we go. Yeah, let's go back to Pirate Town. We'll go back to ONBS on the next episode once I've caught all the stuff that I want to catch from here. So I'll just do that off screen. No big deal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just buy them. I don't think it's like how it was with Pokeballs, where you have to wait a certain amount of time before it lets you buy them. So I think they're just available. So I guess we'll find out right now because I'm going to do that. So, hey man, you got any Poke Snacks? Let's see. No, they're not available here right now. Well, they might be at a different shop, and I'll probably go looking around. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go check that lady in the back of Duking's house and see if she has any. And then we'll call it a day after that. But basically, I'll just run around to the spots, and I'll use whatever snacks I've got to catch whatever I can. Specifically, I want to make sure I catch all of the unique Pokemon at the Cave Pokespot. So what I'll do is probably once the spot monitor responds, is I'll just save, and then I'll see if... Because you can soft reset, and then you can, like, it'll change the Pokemon that it shows up at the spot if you soft reset. Before the spot monitor responds, that is. So, like, if I saved, like, after talking to her here... I have, actually, yeah. He helped me out with looking around the Pokespots, so... Alright, sounds good. So yeah, you might not be able to buy Pokesnacks at the moment. You might be able to buy them in Agate Village, though, and I'm going to go back to Agate Village anyway, because we need to stock up again on Pokeballs. So I'll go back there and buy some Pokeballs. I'll see if there's any Pokesnacks available there, and I'll check out what Pokemon I can find here on the spot monitor. And then we'll come back next time, and we'll see what Net has to tell us about the Data ROM on the next episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on tomorrow, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Voltorb might be ready to be purified by that point, so I think what I'll do is I'll meet you back at the Pokemon HQ lab, so that way we can purify it once I'm done walking around. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Hey, old lady, I'm going to escape from this musty, dank old cave, and I'm going to take you with me and find a better place for you to do your work. Because, good lord, this cave is musty as hell, and I will have an allergic reaction if I stay here too long. I can already feel it coming on. Actually, it's just me needing to sneeze, so I'm going to go end the stream before I do that.